It's 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Get ready for verse 2, Electric Boogaloo.
You see the truth behind the veil, and you know that they're just looking for attention. Oh, you don't let the ruthlessness prevail. Oh, it's time now, light your fires for ascension. Like a phoenix, you burst in.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the first deadline stream of the season, game week 1. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Trying to hit 1 million subscribers, which I suspect probably isn't happening anytime soon, but 500k, very nice. I'm probably going with the Haaland draft, I think. I do like the no Haaland draft. I just worry it's a little bit too aggressive for me. But as I said earlier on Twitter, I'm pretty sure I'm just using a chip in game. I'm pretty sure, whatever happens, whatever team I go with, I'm pretty sure I am wildcarding in 3 or 4. Honestly. Either I start with Haaland, but little Chelsea and I wildcard in 4, or I just wildcard in 3. Have you got new lights? I haven't got new lights. My head does look very shiny, though. Maybe I can turn the lights down a little bit. Maybe my head is just that shiny. No, I think my head's just that shiny. Annoying, but it is what it is. Is Ballard nailed? He should be, yeah. Okay, so I'm definitely using bench boost, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to captain Bruno Fernandes, no matter what happens. Whether I go Haaland or no Haaland, I'm pretty sure I'm going to captain Bruno. Although, I say that out loud, and I should just captain. Right now, the armband's on Bruno. But like, literally, as soon as I've said that, I'm like, why am I doing that? Haaland's at home to Bournemouth. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 FPL windows open with different teams. And I can very quickly switch between them. Your reasoning for the no Haaland kept me on no Haaland. It could be terrible, though. Game week 3 wildcard could be awful. You're doing it before European matches have started up or anything. Has there been any important team news? Don't think so. Nothing massive. William, new member, thank you. Gorabai, welcome back, I think. And CDET, new member as well. Thoughts on downgrading my bench of Gross and Mihajlovic to Gomez and Diop so that I can afford to do Kinski up to Raya? I probably prefer the non-Raya one. Almost certainly wildcard 4. Then I'd be tempted to do it, yeah. Gabriel, Njai, Thiago, or O'Reilly, Zolis, Isak. Probably the Gabriel one. Can you explain to me why no Haaland? 2 free transfers to get him in game week 3, then wildcard 4 is so bad. It's not that bad. You could do that. Yeah. But I think I'd rather just how different is your team going to be in game week 4 to 5 on wildcard? You get 1 week's worth of information. It might be good, might not be. I'd probably rather wildcard and keep the transfers. Awani, any good for game week 2 bench boost? I think he's a little bit risky to include, to be honest. I think he goes straight in, but Sims could just play. I don't understand the wildcard to get City players in Game Week 3. City's first 2 fixtures are good. They are, but it's difficult to include everyone, right? You can't have 3 Man United, 3 Arsenal, and 3 City. And bench boost. That starts to get a little bit difficult. Start between Haaland and no Haaland. Yeah, welcome to my world. 30 months. I mean, right now... So I looked earlier, right? I can have the 1 or 2 Arsenal defenders, João Pedro, Mbeumo, Fernandes, and Haaland. And in Game Week 3, I can just do a combination of moves, like Fernandes to Semenyo, defender to O'Reilly, Mbeumo to Foden, if Foden's getting minutes, then a defender up to O'Reilly. There's options there. But then when I get to Game Week 4, I've only got João Pedro. Now, I could do another transfer. I could do Semenyo to Palmer or Semenyo to Rodgers. And transfers are there to be used, of course. But that's all my moves used, and I still don't have the full complement of Arsenal players for tonight and Chelsea in 4. Now, maybe I wildcard 3 and I don't go 4 Chelsea, 3 Chelsea anyway. I don't know. But I just don't see a world in which I don't use one of my chips early, to be honest with you. How comes no one's talking about Cherky? He's just not going to start. Semenyo and Reinildo or Gabriel and Gross on wildcard 3. Probably Gabriel and Gross. Unsubscribe FPL. Don't unsubscribe. Welcome. I feel like Calvert-Lewin's been overhyped. Yeah, I mean, sure. He's fine as a pick, though, for 6 million, right? There's not too many options that are better. This time next week, I'll only have 1 bench boost to use. I'm definitely bench boosting. That's the only thing I'm certain of right now. I'm definitely bench boosting, unless I change my mind. But I'm definitely bench boosting, unless I change my mind, of course. So why would you want Haaland then if you're wildcard in Game Week 3 and 4 and not captain him? Exactly! Exactly! Like, exactly. That is the thought process, right? Spread the money, get a better bench, hope for the best, no cheap picks, and just cross your fingers. Like, that is literally the whole argument, isn't it? You're not captaining Haaland. Why do you need him in the first place? But the thing is, like, it's just one of those things. Haaland could just smash it against Bournemouth. I mean, he always smashes it early on. The guy is just ridiculously good. The annoying thing is, I just don't feel strongly about it either way. I really just don't. Like, I know people hate it, right? You're sitting on the fence, etc. But both go Haaland or not go Haaland or no Haaland, they both work. They genuinely both work. João Pedro / Thiago, 360 points versus Haaland 240, same price. Yeah, but it doesn't work like that, does it? Because you can't have 4 forwards. If you didn't bench boost, would you buy Konza as 4.5 million bench? Probably not, to be honest. Could be a few weeks till he's up and running. I'd worry about it later. Sorry for bringing it up again. Are you sure it's worth keeping Haaland? Because let's say Bruno has a bad game as captain. Are we sure Haaland will get more points than Raya, Thiago, Semenyo and Gabriel? I mean, you can't be too sure of anything, right? That's the gamble you take. Or let's say Bruno has a great game and Haaland blanks. You know, could happen both ways. Curry, new member, thank you. O'Shea or Diop? I'm probably going to go O'Shea, I think. Shout out for a solo game developer, Football Management Game 2. Love your work, thanks. Slammer Soccer. Shout out, there you go. Rank these benching headaches. People have got benching headaches already. Lefay, Calvert-Lewin, Sharda. I'd probably go Lefay, Sharda, Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin on penalties, though. Lefay, Calvert-Lewin, Sharda, maybe. CFC / AG. Yeah, team looks fine. I'll be honest with you, when people send me like their whole team, most of the time they're just fine. Like it's very rare someone has a player in there which I think is awful. So the answer is always probably going to be it looks good. If you're happy with it, go for it. Jared, 18 months, going where? Sheriff, 58 months, Gross and Shaw or Gomez and Maguire. I'd probably go for the Gross and Shaw in that case. What do you think of Moore, Spurs 1 or 2 week punt? Mikey Moore probably starts game week 1. I don't think you get any more minutes out of him than that. Good luck for the season. The AirPods are gone. I've actually got the AirPods here. I don't know why I didn't put them in, but whatever. What are your thoughts on Odegaard? I like him. Long term, not quite sure the minutes will be good enough, but I think he's an interesting punt for this week instead of Zolis, to be honest with you. Lacroix / Colwell or Tarkovsky for the first 6. Probably Tarkovsky, honestly. Sharda and Weaver or Zolis and Aina or Foden and a 4.5 or a 4 million defender. Oof. Probably Zolis and a 4.5, but not Aina, someone else, I think. I've got Calafiori and 4 cheap defenders. Sure, Coventry, AO with Raya and Petrovic were bench boost 2 of mine. Would you downgrade Raya and upgrade defense? Like if it's short term, I think it's fine. If you can't really go long term with the defense like that, right? Also, right, let's say you do the transfer moves where you, I'm going back to what I said just a minute ago, you do the transfers where you buy Man City players, then you buy Chelsea. You're still left with a few Man United players for the City game. I feel like a chip is inevitable. I really do in 3 or 4. And that's why I'm so tempted by the Haaland thing. But, it was my wedding anniversary yesterday. And so we're going to be going out for that tomorrow. And if the Arsenal clean sheet goes tonight and I've got 3 and Fernandes blanks at 12:30, like that's just weak. That's just, I'm not going to be in a great mood because I won't have Haaland. When does Isak play? Oh, he plays after Haaland. 4:30 on Sunday. Member message sent an error. Oops. I don't know. I really don't know. I think the safest play is probably just to get Haaland because it's just the simple thing to do, isn't it? Is it really that safe? It's safer, yeah. Isak, Tarkowski, Sharda, or Thiago Semenyo. Got to learn how to say that properly. I'd probably go the Thiago one, honestly. Verts or Rodgers on free hit 3 if that helps. I think it's got to be Rodgers then. Why do you think bench boost 1 is more popular than 2? Is it because Coventry double is too risky? For me, it's just that I don't want to have to spend a transfer in game week 2. And if I try and bench boost and I get an injury in game week 1, that's just annoying. For bench boost 1, how much of a risk would you say O'Nien is? I probably wouldn't go there, to be honest. He probably does start, but Alderete and Mukiele are okay, apparently. And Mounier can play right back as well. Is triple Arsenal defence viable? I've got Raya, Gabriel, and Calafiore. I expect 4 clean sheets in the first 6. Yeah, I think Arsenal defence. I mean, Arsenal defence is always viable. They're just so good. Bench 1, Calvert-Lewin, Szoboszlai, or Sharda? Probably Sharda. Rodgers or Verts? Probably Verts. Just off a plane and had Konza already with Calafiore. Should I move one along? I probably wouldn't start with Konza, I don't think. So, yes, I'd probably move him on. Best 5.5 midfielder, Gross or look elsewhere. I still think it's Gross. Some people like Sangari at Brentford. I don't mind him either, but probably still Gross for me. Njai or Sharda for the first few weeks. I think it's Njai unless he gets sold. That could be annoying. So the absolute safe pick, I think, is Sharda, but Njai is better with the penalties. Rodon and Sangari or Mihailovic and, the other Sangari. I'd go with the 5.5 Sangari. Who would you go for, De Kuyper or Kadioglu, bench boost 1? De Kuyper if you're definitely wildcarding early. Otherwise, Kadioglu is probably going to be better for minutes long term. No Haaland, Semenyo and Gross or Szoboszlai and Anderson. Probably Semenyo and Gross. Why not leave Davis over the centre-backs? Way more goals / assists for it. He got 1 goal, 2 assists in like nearly 3,000 minutes last time in the Premier League. So I would just go for the DEFCON guys. Odegaard outperformed Szoboszlai this season. Hot take. He may well do, yeah. Morrow, 28 months. Bench boost 1, wildcard 3. Raya and Gomez or Verbruggen and Zolis. I'll probably go the Zolis route. Marmouche signs. Would you upgrade Calvert-Lewin or downgrade João Pedro? Probably neither. If I had to, I mean, ideally, you probably get rid of Calvert-Lewin, I suppose. Thoughts on Foden and Richarlison over Semenyo or ignore Jesus? Eagle Jesus. I wouldn't go for Richarlison. Solanke's going to be in the squad, I think. So I'd go for the other one. 11, Dude Deludlu, Team coming at 89, Aya, Hume, Bruno, Verts. I mean, it looks pretty solid. Diop and Thomas is a bit... that's probably not a bench boost. Okay, fair enough then. Rodon or Shaw for the first 3 to 4 games. I'm going to say Shaw. Hemmings for 1 week bench boost. White Hemmings or 4.5 gross or 5 million Gomez. I'd go 4.5 gross, I think. Yeah. Cliver on my bench boost against City. Thoughts? It's okay-ish, but I wouldn't do it. Mihailovic or Rodon on 0.5 banked. If you don't need the 0.5, I'd just get Mihailovic, I think. Sharda, Njai, Gomez, Foden, Zolis, Gross. Which 12 million pair? I actually think Sharda and Njai might be the best out of those. Van Dijk or Nico O'Reilly for game weeks 1 and 2. I mean, Van Dijk's, again, the safe pick, but I'd be very tempted to go for Nico O'Reilly. I'm on a no Haaland bench boost 1 free hit 3 strategy. Too risky. I think it's a good strategy. I mean, could Haaland score a brace or a hat-trick on Sunday? Sure. FPL United 20 months. How likely is it that Vuskovic plays? I think he will, but I wouldn't risk it. And is having Sangari too many new players for bench boost? My daughter Freya says hello. Hello? No, I think Sangari's fine. Palmer and Richarlison or Zolis, and he's at the one without Richarlison. Oh my God. I sometimes forget how busy Game Week 1 deadline streams are. I just can't keep up with it. There's so many questions. It's already like impossible to keep up. This is why I wish I was like set with my team before I came on the stream, but I never am. Yeah. Zolis and Szoboszlai or Wirtz and a 6 million midfielder. I go for the or Zolis and a 6 million mid and change a 4.5 million defender to Arsenal times 2. Oh my God, probably Zolis and Szoboszlai, I think. We are back. Hope you had a good break. It was good, yeah. Hope you did too. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I tell I'm winning this year. You can win next year. I'll take second. I'd rather first though. Reckon Cash and Robertson good picks for bench boost game week 1. No, not really. Cash is okay-ish. Robertson's fine, I guess, but I'd probably rather go Rodon or from Brentford, something like that. I can't decide on this one. Raya, Shaw, and Njai, or Lomans, Maguire, and Zolis. I think Raya, Shaw, and Njai is probably better. Sorry if missed. Reasons for bench boost week 1, not 2. Just because I don't want to risk getting an injury and having to make a transfer in game week 2. Got a team without Haaland at 97%. Bench boost game week 1 and wildcard or free hit 3. 95% with Haaland. What would you choose? Honestly, you've got to just go with your gut in that scenario. Like right now, I'm probably leaning towards going Haaland. I might not. So I can't really say too much more than that. Both those drafts sound pretty good to me. Double Arsenal defensive versus more money in midfield. Ideally, I think you want double Arsenal defense, but it's not an absolute necessity. I think you can go with one. How are you going to cover the good fixtures in game week 3? Transfers or wildcard? Raya, Gabriel, Calafiori, Maguire, bench boost, 96, 81 points. No Haaland. Thiago. Yeah, I like Thiago. I did consider for a no Haaland draft, Thiago over Isak. For the extra million. Might be decent. Yeah, I mean, that looks good. Harry, new member, thank you. Why Sangari over Ampadu? Just probably going to be slightly better for Defcons and maybe a bit more attacking as well, but we don't know for sure. I really don't get the Ampadu love, if I'm honest. 9 months, Jack, best 6.5 alternative to Sarr. I can't do Zolis and already have Njai. I'd probably go Shada or Dango. Gomez or Sangari for Forest or a different 5 million mid. Gomez. Does Hemming start game week 1? What percentage would you give? I don't really know too much about Aston Villa, but a few people I've seen are predicting that he'll start, like 75% probably. If Marmoush goes to Spurs, would you have him in your team? Maybe. I wouldn't include him now on the bench. No, he's not that good. I think, honestly, we might have a lot of good forwards this season. Haaland, Isak, João Pedro, Visser, if he's number 9 on penalties, would be good. Gonzalo Garcia at Fulham could be good. Marmoush at Spurs could be good. If Nicholas Jackson goes to Villa, he could be good. Maybe he even gets penalties. Might be a forward type of season. We'll have to see. Although it'll probably just be a DEFCON season. Gross and Zolis versus Njai and Lefay. Bench boost 1, wildcard 4. I think Njai and Lefay is better, to be honest. Jonathan, new member. Njai and Maguire or Zolis and Shaw. Njai and Maguire probably. Foden and Van Dijk or Szoboszlai and O'Reilly. Foden and Van Dijk. Oh, the one with Szoboszlai and O'Reilly. Also Gonzalo Garcia. I think he's an interesting option straight away, but the fixtures are not great for 6 overall. But he should be nailed. Probably going to be on penalties. Shada and Rodon or Gross and Mihajlovic. Probably the Gross one. Njai and Mihajlovic or Ballard and Shada. Njai and Mihajlovic. Thoughts on Hume? I think he's fine early on. Raya and João Pedro or Gabriel and Brobby. No João Pedro. Probably just Raya and João Pedro. Calafiori, Hume, sure, but need one more defender, bench boost 1. Gabriel, I mean, how much money have you got to spend? Ballard, Nico Williams, Ben White. Do I dare go no Haaland? I don't know, do you? Mihajlovic, Gross, Njai, Haaland, and Calvert-Lewin or White, Szoboszlai, Semenyo, Isak, and Thiago? Yeah, I mean, great question. I mean, honestly, if you're happy to captain Bruno, I think the no Haaland's probably better. Njai, Zolis, or Szoboszlai, Gross. See, so no, I can't see myself dropping Szoboszlai, but I see people going down to Zolis for 0.5, and I do quite like it. I'm going to say Zolis and Njai, but I probably won't do it myself. Semenyo and Hinchy. Oh, God. I'm not sure I should answer that question. Hinchy. Oh. I feel disgusting for saying that out loud. Semenyo and Hinchy versus Foden and Rodgers. Is Gab worth 8 million? Probably. I don't like either of them. Semenyo probably. Mihajlovic and Zolis, or Njai and White. Njai and White, I think. What's your thoughts about my team? Raya, Calafiori, Maguire, Shaw, Fernandes. My bench boost is with Verbruggen, Gross, Davis, and O'Shea. Pretty good. I'm copying your team, so can we lock in now? You can lock in whenever you want. Anderson not getting the love he deserves. I think it's just a slight minutes concern, I guess, game week 1, but he's probably going to be quite good. João Pedro, Thiago, and Isak makes up for no Haaland. Hopefully. The no Haaland would be this. Raya, Gabriel, Maguire, blah, Kinski, Van Heck, Robbie Mihajlovic. Where have you spent all your money? Oh, Gabriel. Yeah, seems fine. Oliver, 40 months. Hope you're well. Gabriel, you two. Calafiori, Maguire, Shaw, or a probably Shaw, if that's the question. I'd go Shaw over the Brentford defender, if that's what you're asking. The rest looks pretty good, yeah. I mean, anything with Haaland, João Pedro. Oh, no Bruno. Interesting. Oh, I can't. Oh, maybe that's the way to go. We're all talking about no Haaland now. Maybe it's just no Bruno. I like it. Mihajlovic, Gross, and Njai, or Rodon, Gomez, and Szoboszlai. Mihajlovic, Gross, and Njai probably. Rank Sharda, Lefay, and Njai. I'd probably go reverse order of what you've written. Faye, 4.5 and 4 million defender combo. No Luke Shaw. Ayer and I don't know. You bench boost 1 or 2. 1 Ipswich, 2 Coventry. Long term, not bench boosting, probably Coventry as well. Let's be honest, we will all be disappointed with our picks. Just to show you, right, how many different teams I've currently got loaded, is I can just do this nice and quick. So, this is I'm going to mess this up at some point, right? If I just confirm that, whoa. Okay, I'll tell you one thing I'm not doing is going to be trying to confirm my team with 30 seconds to go. So if I just go on pick team now. What? Okay, I don't think... Oh, my... Okay, hang on a second. That was supposed to be... Oh, hang on, we have to figure this out. That was supposed to be a no... Okay, is this not going to work? So basically, in another window, I had a no Haaland team loaded. Hang on, where has it gone? Okay, so this is so weird. Oh, it doesn't like that at all. So on my other screen, okay. Oh Christ, I need to be locked in now, I think. Hang on. So on my other screen, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tabs open with different teams. And so my plan was to confirm the transfer so I could refresh on this screen to show you what the team looks like. And just go between different teams to show you what they look like. But when I just confirmed a no Haaland team, it's just put in the Haaland draft. I'm going to try it again. So, in fact, I'll show you what I'm doing to prove that I'm not lying, because I know that there's always some tinfoil hat people on. Okay, so take this draft, for example, right? Okay, so you see this draft. This was in another screen, okay? So this is let's see if this works. So you can see here, João Pedro, Thiago, Calvert-Lewin, Ben White, Gabriel. So this is a Gabriel and Thiago team with Foden. This was one that I was looking at earlier. So if I click make transfers, confirm. You see what I mean? It just goes straight, it keeps you on the transfer page and takes you to the Haaland team. What? You can't do it because of token/login. Oh my God. Oh my. I'm so glad we figured that out now. Can you imagine if I'd done that just before the deadline? People would have 100% said that I faked that. Look, honestly, I did not know that's how it worked at all. I've got loads of them. Look, here's another one I had loaded. Right? This is a no João Pedro draft with Brobby. Hang on, that's ridiculous though. Why does that not work? Hang on a second. Hang on. It just keeps taking me to a Haaland team. Can I not just not change my team? Hang on a second. Okay, let me just make one transfer here. Okay. So I've got to keep it on the same page. I've got to keep it on the same page. Okay. Christ almighty. I'm so glad I did. Yeah, okay. I'm getting rid of all the other tabs. I'm getting rid of all the other tabs now. Oh my god. That I'm picturing a nightmare had I done that closer to the time. Okay. That's pretty scary. Do you know what the night? Hang on a second though. I've done that before though, where I've made changes on another screen. I've done it before where I've made changes. So why is it not working now? Hang on. I need to figure this out because I want to have a no Haaland team loaded just in case I go for that. Let me just put Haaland back in. Okay, Haaland back in. Make transfers. Confirm. Okay, so Haaland's back in. Let me refresh this page. Okay, Haaland's in. So why is the other tabs not working? Okay, I hang on a second. I just want to try something a second. I feel like I need to get all the teams loaded again now. This feels way too risky though. Okay, Isaac Semenyo. What if you did one on your phone? It was just in case I had to change a heart later, right? And not even like necessarily right at the end of the stream, but just before maybe. Jai. Ben White, Raya. I mean, I know the team. I know the no Haaland team I'd probably go for. Although I can't remember now. Ben White, Raya, Calafiori. Oh, Ballard, right? Ballard instead of O'Shea. Jesus Christ. Okay, so let's see if this works now. So this should be a no Haaland team. Okay, it works now. I don't know why it wasn't working on the other ones. Yeah, weird. Okay. Okay, that is strange. But Bruno's captain. Yeah, Bruno's captain. That's staying locked in. Oh, I don't know. You had them open too long, potentially, yeah. Pages might have timed out. Okay. that freaked me out. Oh my god. I'm so glad we figured that out now. Because that would have been a freaking nightmare. Oh, I can just picture the amount of tweets. You did that on purpose. I know you did this. You wanted this thing. You knew that all along. All the freaking grown adults whinging. Okay. Locked in. Good luck from Lexington, Kentucky. Good luck. 30 months, by the way. Thoughts on Lomans over Shaw? Like it? Like it quite a lot. Thoughts on Suzuki? I don't think I would go there because Bezo might start. I'm on bench boost too. Which do you prefer? Aya and Lefay, Ballard and Jacques Sangare, White and Santos, Aya and Lefay, I think. Chelsea defensive chat. I would risk Palestra, I think. The safer picks are probably going to be like Lacroix, though, or Colwill. Isak and Sharda or Thiago and Szoboszlai. Thiago and Szoboszlai. Has Haaland, Bruno and Burma and Ray tempted you? Yes. 3 from Njai, Lefay, Sharda and Zolis, Aya, Rodon. 3. Oh, Njai, must say Zolis and Aya. 5 million defender and no bench boost, or Aya and bench boost. I'd probably lean towards bench boosting, but I would, right? I'm on bench boost. ENG Andreas, I think that is. New member, thank you. I feel like you might have been a member before. bench boost, Calvert-Lewin, Isak, João Pedro, Lefay, Szoboszlai. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. It's a great no Haaland team. Nobody looking at Tielemans. Not really, to be honest. Vladimir, new member, thank you. Is Fernandes or Isak a debate for you? Nope, not really. Vardiel and Foden, Shaw and Wirtz, upgrade bench 4 million, or Van Dijk and Schade. Shaw and Wirtz, probably. Torn at the moment, Van Dijk, Sarr, Vissel, or Konza, Sangari, Isak. The one without Konza, I think. If you are bench boost, would you keep Schade and Njai? If not bench boost, would you swap one of them to free up funds? If you're not bench boosting, I would probably have a much lower cost attacker on my team. Haaland out, Raya and Gabriel nailed premiums. Oof, good luck. Can you tell us how many mini leagues you're in? I'm in 7. It feels like a lot. I'm not sure. Maybe like 5 or 6. Not on bench boost. Vuskovic, 9 months by the way. Not on bench boost. Vuskovic or Mihajlovic don't have to play. Mihajlovic. Richarlison a bad pick for week 1. He probably starts, but I don't know how many minutes he's going to get. Small chance in Jai Lee is good enough to risk over Schade. I think if you're on wildcard 3, you can risk in Jai. I think he's a little bit risky otherwise. Am I going to bench boost this game week? Yes. Player update. Maybe that's why you had issues. Maybe. But now I'm just way too worried to even... Oh, God, I don't know what to do now. I need to get my Haaland team back in. By the way, on this draft, I have looked at something like this, like Thiago frees up 1 million. I've even looked at a punt like this, like Palestra, like game weeks 1 and 2. You wouldn't even need to necessarily play him in game week 2, to be honest, but you probably would. In fact, you could play Calafiori, Ben White, bench boost game week 1, then bench them both for game week 2 and play Palestra against Brighton at home, Maguire, Ipswich at home, Ballard, Fulham at home, and just have Thiago instead of Isak, which seems okay. Improve this defense. Shaw, Kirkes, Maguire. I mean, Kirkes is 5.5. I'd go for an Arsenal defender, I think. Personally, that's just me. Just me. He might be fine. Thoughts on O'Reilly instead of Ben White? I mean, I'd rather have O'Reilly, but it's 1 million extra, right? Szoboszlai or Zolis? I'm going to say Szoboszlai. Why is Reece James not more widely owned? I just think everyone is just sick of the injuries, to be honest. Thoughts on Mbeumo to Ahmad or Dorgu to free up money? I don't like if I was going to downgrade Mbeumo, I'd go to a different 6 million midfielder that's not from Man United. Improve this defense. Sure, I did that one. Raya, Lefay, Schade, or Kinski, Sangari, Mbeumo. Probably the Raya one. If bench boost 1, which best 2? Hume, Ayer, Rodon, and Diop. I'm going to say Ayer is better than Hume longer term, I think, but Hume and Diop are probably the most interesting for game week 1, I would say. Fernandes less essential than Haaland? Maybe. With the no Haaland team, are you mostly locked on wildcard 3? Yes. My team is not locked until 6:30 UK time. That's the only time it gets locked. And whatever it might be, will be. Whatever will be, will be. So no, this is not my locked team because it's not 6:30. I can only tell you what my team is at 6:30. That's it. I need to put in the Haaland team back in though. I think Shaw and Aina are okay instead of Maguire and Nico. I think Shaw is. I don't know about Aina long term. Is Palmer the starting keeper for Ipswich? No, it's Sherpen. De Kuiper on bench boost if you're wildcarding early. No love for Zolis. He's good. If you want to get him in, get him in. I think he's a really good pick for tonight. Want to be different but not crazy. Bench boost 2 thoughts. Thomas. Is there a better 4.5 for bench boost 2? Rodon maybe. Otherwise, it looks pretty good to me, you know. If you want to know Bruno team, do I think Enzo starts the season? If so, do you think he's being overlooked? He's just too risky, isn't he? He probably goes straight in game week 1. I don't see too many doubts about that, to be honest. But no point being there early on him. I don't think he's not that good. He will probably be a good pick, but not enough to risk it. Bench boost 1, wildcard 6. Njai, Hume, or Gross Ballard. Probably the Njai one. I think. No, I'm going to say Gross and Ballard. Zolis, Rodon, or Mihajlovic, Elf. Wildcard 6, I'd probably go Mihajlovic and Elf, I think. Although he's not great for 4 and 5. But Zolis, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to know exactly what Zolis's minutes are like, right? Tonight, he's probably going to play 90. After that, will they sign another left winger? Will Martinelli come back into the fray? I don't know. Is fray the right word I should have used there? What do you think about switching in Burma against Zolis and O'Shea against Vardiol? I don't hate it, but again, I'm a little bit cautious with minutes on Vardiol. He probably does start this weekend, but longer term, is Gay going to be a problem? Fifth season watching you, best about by far. Thank you. I don't think that's true, but thank you anyway. Congrats on 500k. Thank you everyone for subscribing. Mihailovic and Shaw or Rodon Maguire. Rodon Maguire, I think, for me. I just love Harry. Love Harry. Harry Maguire is locked for me. If Shaw of Wildcard 4 latest, why not just commit to Game Week 3 Wildcard? Exactly. Great question. Ray of Verbruggen, O'Reilly, Calafiori, Maguire, O'Shea, Semenyo, Zolis, João Pedro, Thiago. Thoughts? Again, it looks really good. Honestly, if you've got, I feel like most of the main players people are looking at, if you've got, I've lied there. I wouldn't go for Gakpo. I'd just be a little bit worried that he moves to Spurs or they sign Barcola soon or something like that. Did something happen at Haaland? Nope. Did I miss something? Don't think so. Found a 94 rated team with all of Haaland, João Pedro, Bruno, Gabriel, and Raya. I really like it. Then go for it. Go for it. I saw someone the other day. Can't remember who it was now. I can't remember exactly what they said either. So really, this is started off quite badly. But it was something along the lines of it's more about like how you manage the team. I mean, obviously, your starting team can have a big part in how you start the season, and that might help. That might change how you manage the team. But once the season starts, that's the real deal. So if you've got a team that you like, that's half the battle, right? You'll be more likely to keep those players, less likely to knee jerk. As a Man United fan, thoughts on Santos bench boost 2 nailed? I don't know if I would say nailed, but I think he probably will start. It really does feel like a waste of a Man United spot, though. But I guess if you're not going Bruno, you could do it. I keep unsubscribing as I don't think you see my comments. Was it in a member chat when I first noticed? That's weird. I got 4 defenders for Arsenal. Now Cons are in. Oh, so you can't make any transfers, though. Pick 2 of the 4.5 million defenders. Can't take Shaw. De Kuiper's not a long-term pick. For me, it's Ayer and Rodon. If you're not going to go Rodon, I would probably go Kadioglu and Ayer. Best 7.5 million midfielder for bench boost game week 1. 7 Verts, probably. Unless you want to risk Foden. Konza and Savino or other 100% starters bench boost later. Well, I wouldn't say Konza's 100% locked in as soon as he's available. He probably will be. But Savino is, though. I wouldn't start with either of them in my team, though. Like, they're not going to be... Like, Konza will be really good at some point, but he's so cheap you can just get him in whenever. Have Watkins on draft. Thoughts on getting Jackson for him before Game Week 1 starts? I'd be tempted to do it. Watkins feels like an almost inevitable move away from Villa at this point. Bench boost, but obviously if he stays, that is a nightmare for you. So bench boost game week 1 and wildcard 3. Yeah, again, pretty solid. Oh, you've gone really cheap, Brobby. So I'm guessing you got Gabriel, nice, and Semenyo, very nice. Yeah, I like it. I'd probably go for a different 4.5 than Kinski, though, if you're on wildcard 3. Strategy behind bench boost game week 1. Which other game week can it be used? I mean, it can be used in any other week. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whenever your bench is good, take your pick. Strategy behind bench boost 1 is just to get out of the way. Thoughts on one playing keeper like Lomans? Great if you're not bench boosting. James or Palestra, I'd go Palestra. What do you think about Wilson and Sharda? Wilson, it's fine, but I wouldn't go there. Sharda I like. Stuck on Mihailovic and Gross versus Rodon and Hinchelwood. Gross one for me. Gross will have to play. They've got no other choice. Hamad, new member, thank you. Enzo Lefebvre, Njai or Sangare in midfield. I think Njai, but Enzo Lefebvre is probably a bit safer because Njai might be sold. Thoughts about saving 1.5/2 million for game week 1-2 transfers? For me, it's too much. What are your thoughts on free hit 3 and wildcard 4? I don't think it's good enough to waste both chips. I get it, but I wouldn't do it. And yes, you can consider bench boost 2 if you want to. Aina and Zolis or Nico and Lefebvre or Njai. Nico and Njai, I think. Xhaka, Vuskovic, Mihailovic, thoughts. Pick 2. Mihailovic, and I'd probably risk Vuskovic if it has to be from those 3. Is there a world you go without Bruno Fernandes? Yes, the world is wildcard 3. Thoughts on this 3 premium team? Verbruggen, Gabriel, White, Ballard, Bruno, Sabosai, Lefebvre. How have you got all that? Okay, the bench is so-so. But okay, bench was 2 or 4 after selling Bruno. I mean, sounds like a plan to me. Bruno's going to free up a lot of money. You can upgrade that Slater spot. Job done. Hey, Caroline, Ayer or Hume for the first 6? Ayer, I think, for me. If you had an extra 0.5 million, would you take in Burmo to Semenyo? No, I don't think so. There's no news about Haaland not starting, no. Nothing that I've seen. I mean, Haaland's going to start. I don't know what we're even talking about. Vardy, Ruben Dias, or Tarkovsky? Tarkovsky's the safest. Then probably Vardy, I would go. What 2 goalkeepers for wildcard 3? 4.5 both. Like in game week 3 itself. I'm pretty keen on Kinski as a cheap option. Leno's got all the newly promoted sides between game week 6 and 8. I mean, I'll be honest, I've not really looked at wildcard 3 that much, but that would be off the top of my head. Are you bench boosting this week? Yes. Option 1, Colwill, Lefay, Hume, and Shaw, or option 2, Palestra, Gomez, Maguire, Rodon. The one without Colwill. Oh, for the start on wildcard 3. Oh, 2 4.5. Yeah, probably just for Bruggen and Kinski, I think. Because your bench boost 1, right? So for Bruggen and Kinski or for Bruggen and Leno, there's not really that much in it. I don't think there really is. Oh, well, hang on a second. Verbruggen's got a dodgy game week 2. I mean, you could go Kinski and Sherpen maybe, but I think I would just be on Verbruggen and Kinski. I'll tell you now, if you're wildcard 3, I'd be very tempted to get Raya. If we go no Haaland and by game week 3 our team's doing very well, do we still wildcard anyway? I mean, you can do what you like. You can change your plans. Nothing wrong with that. Lefay, Maguire, Ballard plus 0.5 million, or Shaw, Hume, and Wirtz. I quite like the Lefay one. Diop or Thomas for game week 1 bench boost. Diop. I mean, Thomas has got Arsenal away. Have you built a no Haaland team without a bench boost? There's no way I'm going to go no Haaland and not bench boost. Zero chance of that happening. Have I built that team? No, but there's no chance it happens. Like once you sell Haaland, there is so much money you might as well bench boost. Is no Sabosla a good shout? Yes. Hello. That's what I had. Thought you said wouldn't get Kinski for start of wildcard 3. Yes, that's because but I think I was answering a question with someone that's got Raya and Kinski. So they had Raya and Kinski in their team. If you've got Raya, you might as well pick a different 4.5, I think. Because if you've got Raya, you're just going to start him. Double Arsenal defense and Santos on bench boost 2 or not, and upgrade Santos. I wouldn't be going for Santos personally. I think it's just a waste of a spot. Why not Reece James or Frimpong over Palestra? Reece James, I just don't trust the hamstrings. Frimpong, sure. Is Beto worth a look? No, he's not going to start. It's going to be Barry. Can't decide Gross, Ballard, or Sharda, Rodon. Oh, yeah. Gross, Ballard, I think. De Gregorio from Juventus to Bournemouth, very close. Careful Petrovic owners. Ooh. Okay, interesting. Beer on me. Thank you. Tempted by Zolis, captain. Called me crazy. Talked me out of it. I don't think it's crazy. It's Coventry at home, right? You get a Friday night captain. I don't mind it, but I prefer penalty takers. Like you've got Fernandes and Haaland are both just so good. Wildcard 4 feels like it will fall behind Wildcard Game Week 3 because of bench boost and 1 game week difference. I mean, not necessarily. Like, here's the thing, right? The no Haaland team, in theory, absolutely smashes it because you can captain Bruno, you don't have to captain Haaland, and you've got more upgraded positions across the whole squad. But it might just be that my Semenyo blanks and Gomez scores a goal in 70 minutes against Brighton. And then all of a sudden, the Haaland bench boost 1 are ahead, and they don't have to use their wildcard in 3. And maybe there's some key information that happens between game weeks 3 and 4. Like, it can happen. I remember one season, I wildcarded with 2 Chelsea defenders. I think it was like Azpilicueta and Rudiger, something like that. Because at the time, they were just nailed and they looked pretty good. A week later, other people brought in, I think it was Chilwell and Reece James playing wingbacks, which when you say it out loud, why the hell did I buy Azpilicueta and Rudiger? And those people that a week later went for different Chelsea defenders absolutely smashed me. So it can make a difference. These days, though, we just got DEFCON defenders, haven't we? So you just pick a bunch of DEFCON guys. It'll probably be like Richards from Palace in game weeks 3 and 4 because it's Fulham away, Ipswich at home. Van Heck's probably going to be quite a good longer term option. Chow in game week 3 will be good as well. So I don't think game week 3 and 4 will have that much difference. Like part of the question about, or part of the decision to wildcard in 4 or 3 might be how long do I want to keep 3 City players? Now, given they got Sunderland at home in 5 and Ipswich at home in 7, maybe the answer's quite a while. If not, if you want to just get your City players in for Coventry, start with Haaland, transfer in 2 City players in game week 3, then wildcard them out in 4 and keep Haaland. Like it's a close call either way. Game week 3, one of the problems is you've not had Champions League and stuff start up yet. Game week 4, at least you get another week's worth of information. I mean, it's all pretty close, to be honest. Oh god, where did I get to? I need to just 2 seconds. I need to. I'm a bit lost now. Oh yeah. Let me just put O'Shea in. I'm almost like wanting to check that the this works now. Let me see. Ben White. So this should just update now. Let me just go on pick team. It's working now. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. Yeah, this is the kind of Haaland team I quite like. Something like that with White and Calafiori. I mean, this does look pretty good. I've said this before. Like, it is fine, this team. There's nothing, like, majorly wrong with it. I just think the Haaland team is kind of... The no Haaland team is kind of... It's just interesting. But this is fine. Like, look at it. And then you just sell a couple of players in game week 3 to get 3 City. Is it that big of a deal? Probably not. I should just go for something like this, probably. I mean, I could change. I don't know. The other option, by the way, is to go like something like this, which I've spoken about before. So it'd be like, where the hell's Brobby? He's so far down the list. Then you've got an extra 1.5 million to spend. All of a sudden, you can do like Gomez to Njai. And then, I don't know, maybe spend... I don't know where you spend the extra 0.5, to be honest. Maybe get like a Ballard in. I mean, you could even go for like Tarkovsky instead of Ben White. But I'm not sure about that. Everton are missing like their whole midfield. Garner, etc. Garner, Norgard. Where do I get up to? Locked. Oh, are you really locked though? Raya, Gabriel, Shaw, Hume, Njai, Lefay, Zolis, Bruno, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin, João Pedro, Leno, Gomez. Interesting, Leno. Okay. O'Shea, Diop, bench boost 1. Nice. All in on premiums. That looks pretty good. Hang on. Haaland, Bruno. Okay, so no Szoboszlai, no in Burma. Okay. I mean, no Szoboszlai's fine. Shade over one of the 6s. Shada, sorry. No, I like him. Thoughts on Engamoa? Risky. Probably way too risky. I've talked about him before as a massive punt, but you've got to be the type of FPL manager that just wants a punt for the sake of it, I think. Why do you think Oyer is a good pick? Not disagreeing. He's just DEFCON for 4.5. Szoboszlai and Diop or Lefay and Ballard for bench boost. I mean, probably Lefay and Ballard. Although, I do like some... Yeah, probably Lefay and Ballard. Szoboszlai and Gabriel versus Semenyo and O'Reilly. Gabriel. Favourite 4.55 to 4.5 defender. I mean, Ballard, Nico Williams, good for 5. There's probably someone I'm forgetting. There's Maguire, obviously. 4.5, Ayer, Rodon. Ophir, you remember? I got Palestra too. I barely saw him in people's teams. Happy to see him in yours. I probably won't have him, by the way. But yeah, I don't hate him for the first couple of weeks. He's probably more one for me to pick up in game week 4, I think. Thoughts on Jens Kyoto Dahl, B spot to box for Hull, only 5, started all preseason. I honestly, I'll be completely honest with you, never heard of the guy. Never heard of him. Don't know if he's going to start. Don't know if the minutes are good. Maybe I should. I know most of the players from most teams. Don't know that guy at all. Sure. If you think he's going to start, why not? Personally, I'd rather go for Gomez from Brighton. If still wildcard forward to Kuiper not an option. Well, the thing is, so for me, I'm either going no Haaland wildcard 3 or I'm going Haaland and not really worrying too much about when I wildcard. So the Kuiper's only in if I wildcard 3 because I know I know if I go no Haaland, then 100% on wildcarding in 3, you know? So any other strategy, I just don't buy De Kuiper. I mean, you could do, like, if he's going to be mostly on your bench, but I won't do that. Opinions on Foden. Also, please no repeat of the Game Week 38 deadline. That will not be happening. I will be even if I want to like hide my team until the deadline, I'll be locking it in on another screen. Don't worry. Like 5 minutes before. There's no chance maybe even 10 or 15 minutes. There's no way I'm getting screwed over again. It was my fault. Hold my hands up and I got lucky, but no chance I'm doing that again. Foden, he's fine if the minutes are there. Do you trust the minutes? I mean, Maresca was talking him up in the press conference today, but I don't mind him as a punt. I won't be going there, I don't think. Will Awani start for Coventry? I think he will, but it's hard to know for sure. 5.5 left. Have Gabriel, Maguire, Ayer, Ballard. Who good? Calafiori. Last one. Ayer, Rodon, Hume, or Robertson. For Game Week 2 bench boost, Rodon. Going to back against João Pedro and go Rodgers. Bad idea. I'd rather have João Pedro. But sure, Rodgers could be good. Thoughts on Hume or just go Ayer? I don't mind Hume for Game Week 1. I think Ayer is better for the first 4 game weeks, though, overall. Bench boost 1, wildcard 4. Williams, Hume, Ayer, or White, Diop, Hume / Ayer. So isn't that just White and Diop, I think? Raya, Maguire, Palmer, Petrovic / Coventry goalkeeper, or Lomans, Maguire, Rodgers, Kinski. Bench boost 2. Only want Palmer over Rodgers for pens, but now worried. I don't think the Alonso comments are anything to worry about. I'd go for the Palmer Raya one, I think. I like no Haaland teams more, but I feel like I'm not brave enough to go with that, and the punishment might be too big. Yeah, I mean, that's how a lot of people will think, to be honest. And also, the Haaland teams just look pretty good. Option one, Ben White and Gross to double Arsenal defence. Option 2, Njai and Mihajlovic. I think Ben White. Are De Kuiper and Hume good for bench boost 1? Yes, but I'm not sure how long they'll be good afterwards. I mean, there is some risk with both of them, by the way, especially De Kuiper, but I'm pretty sure because he got rested, he's going to start left wing. Debate over who is best, Davis, Diop, or O'Shea. I'm going to go O'Shea. Him and Diop is where I would go for the DEFCON. Frimpong looks very good, overlooked. Yeah, maybe slightly. Yeah, differential at 5.5. Nice and attacking. Sean Martin, new member, thank you. Is bench boost Game Week 2 fine? Yes. Can't wait to be done with the deadline. Me too, to be honest. I think once you're locked in, like the initial 15 minutes after we're locked in, you know I'm going to be stressed, but once we're past it. I mean, if I go triple Arsenal defence, I'm not even sure if I want to watch the game tonight. Raya and Ballard or O'Reilly and Kinski. Bench boost Game Week 1 already have Gabriel. Raya and Ballard. Raya, Gabriel, Calafiori. Okay, what's the question? Saving chips. Okay, saving chips. Haaland, nice. Pedro. Yeah, I mean, for a saving chip strategy, you can't really go wrong with Gabriel, Raya, Bruno, and Haaland, honestly. Quadruple Coventry, Awani, goalkeeper, defender ×2. Thoughts? Could be fun. You can't make any transfers before you get rid of one of those Coventry. Awani might not start Game Week 2. Why have you not picked Gabriel? I take it it's a money issue. Yes. What about Jack Rudoni from Coventry? I think he's available, I believe. Or he was close, but I think I wouldn't risk it. Oh, for Game Week 2, though. I mean, he is one of their better players, so he should be back in as soon as he's fit, but I don't think he's definitely in today. For Game Week 1. I don't know if I'd risk it. Is Lefay still on penalties? Yeah, I'd say so, yes. Igor Jesus also. We don't know about him. Lots of people have got Lefay, by the way. Loads. I get the open wildcard strategy, but you're convinced of wildcard by 4. Yes. What do you think of this team? Looks good. You got lots of key players that lots of people are talking about. Sabosline, Rodon, or Zolis and Mihajlovic. The Sabosline one probably, but it's pretty close. Get rid of Sharda or Sangari, and why? Probably Sangari. I'd rather have Sharda and Gross than Sangari in a different 6, I suppose. If you have to, but I might be wrong about definite wildcard 4, you know? If you had to choose one between White and Calafiori, which should it be? Probably Calafiori, although I do think White's minutes are probably going to be better. Straight shootout, Gabriel or O'Reilly. I mean, Gabriel by a mile, I think. Defender has to play most weeks with double Coventry. Ayer, Rodon, Hume. Oh, yeah, I feel like I've said... Have I not said... Oh, for bench boost 2, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, none of those players are great the whole way through. I mean, arguably Robertson, to be honest. It may be Robertson if you're trying to go all the way. I'd probably still pick Ayer, though. Who's the best defender and midfielder for combined 11.5? Probably like White and Njai, something like that. Carry on Truefair and Clivert. Oh, for bench boost 2. James Hill probably in Clivert. If it's specifically for bench boost too, I mean, it depends when you're wildcarding as well. If you're going to go for a late wildcard, I'm not sure I'd want those Bournemouth players longer term. I think I'd go James Hill for the DEFCON because I'm just boring like that. Happy first day of the season. Hinchelwood versus Gross versus Enzo Lefebvre. Enzo Lefebvre, I think, out of those three, if money's no object. Mosquera and Ayer or Williams and Ballard, bench boost 1. The Mosquera one. Cunha, but obviously Cons is coming soon. If not on wildcard 3, would you lock Conza in your team? Probably not. Cunha / O'Shea versus Zolis / Maguire or Meheramovic. I wouldn't go for Cunha, basically. Meheramovic. Oh, that name. We need a nickname for him. We need a nickname that sticks. Meheramovic. It's usually fine. How is it possible that Cunha's not had that much of a preseason? Dorguy's been playing well left wing, so he's just not guaranteed to start, unfortunately. Like, there's absolutely no way I'd be picking Cunha. Yeah, just on that Rudoni question, I can't see anything about him, but I'm pretty sure he's not a guarantee to start game week 1, so I wouldn't necessarily go there. Am I going no Haaland? I don't think so. I don't know, though. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. It's like I've talked about the whole stream and freaking the whole of preseason. I just know I'll end up wildcarding early. I can just see it already. Just with the fixture swings more than anything. The thing is though, I was but then I think of it. By the way, I'm not getting a message from Pep here or Pep. Why would I be getting a message from Pep? I'm just checking out my club team. I could be wrong. Like, part of me thought earlier, what if Mbeumo isn't like I'm almost in my head thinking Mbeumo's got to go after the first 2 weeks. He's just going to be awful, but he's not going to be awful. He's probably still going to be okay. So I don't know. I've thought this for a very long time. Probably even before I started making videos on FPL. I probably discussed this like with people, you know, like on Twitter and stuff before I was going to say before FPL was a thing. Before I did YouTube. In some ways, I feel like using the first wildcard early is good for me. It just calms me down a little bit, and I can just stop thinking about it. I think I'm quite a calm manager when I've got less decisions to make, basically. So I like to free up the amount of decisions I'm making. So bench boost 1, great. Now I don't have to think about bench boost till double game week season. Wildcard, like if I go for the no Haaland team, perfect. No transfer in game week 2, no matter what happens. Pretty much, anyway. Wildcard 3, figure out the wildcard, just roll for a few weeks. That sounds perfect for me. Whereas then again, if I go for Haaland, I'm still rolling game week 2. And game week 3, the only decision is whether to bring in a couple of City players. So it's not like it's that much more difficult. But I just looked at my game week 4 team and I just wasn't overly convinced. One thing I can do, by the way, I did save screenshots of all those teams I was looking at earlier. So I can just pull them into here, I think. Oh, where is it? Oh my god, I can't. João Pedro and Haaland. Here we go. Right, let's just walk through this for a second. Let me just block this person talking about Gabriel. Guys, please stop asking me if it's my final team. Seriously, it's locked in on deadline. That is it. Is this the final team? Probably not. I probably won't have Tarkowski. My team will only be final at 6:30. Okay, right. You just need to be timed out for spamming. Okay, let me just bring this up here. Whoa. Oh no, that's not going to work, actually. You solve all these problems going without Bruno. Maybe. Hang on a second. Let me just put this here. Okay, yeah, this works. So can you see this? I think because of how I've got it set up, it doesn't look... Okay, that's better. So this is the Haaland team. What have we got? idiots in the chat. Hang on a sec. If this isn't your main team, why not change it now and keep it locked in? I don't need to keep it locked in until half 6. Okay, so this is the team. This is the Haaland team, right? So let's just walk through this. Game week 2, not making a transfer. So in game week 3, it looks like this. So potentially you do. Hopefully this works. You do like Fernandes out, and then you add in Semenyo. And then you do, I don't know which defender I would sell. Let's just say I sell O'Shea and I get Nico O'Reilly. So make those transfers, optimize the team. I mean, that looks pretty good, right? For game week 3. Verbruggen in goal. O'Reilly, Maguire looks pretty good, I think, defensively. Semenyo against Coventry, Szoboszlai Ipswich, Gross and Gomez Leeds, Mbeumo Everton away. I mean, I've had to sell Bruno. Not great. And then João Pedro's on the bench. Then you move to game week 4. Then it starts to look a little bit dodgier, right? Because you've got Maguire at home to City, O'Reilly away to Man. Again, maybe it's fine. If Ben White and Calafiori are still playing, and you don't ever mind playing O'Reilly, do you? So you could play O'Reilly and Ben White. And then maybe do like in Mbeumo. I've got 9 million, so I couldn't get Palmer, but I could not sell O'Shea and sell a different defender. Then I'd be able to afford Palmer, or just get like Rodgers or Enzo Fernandez maybe. And then this is the team for game week 4. So this is what I'm saying. It's not like I get to game week 4 and like this is a definite 100% has to be wildcarded. But I could have better defenders probably. And like, how long do the Arsenal defenders last? I don't know. I just don't know. I do hate, I really, it's one of my flaws, I think, as an FPL manager. I am quite patient, but I also hate not knowing exactly what I'm going to do. I don't know. That's Fantasy Football Hub, by the way. Link in the description. #ad. Wouldn't it feel rubbish to use all your transfers to then wildcard? Yes, that's the other thing. That is the other thing. But have you considered how great No Haaland would be for content? Not really. I don't really make decisions based on that, to be honest. Am I worried about not having Raya? I mean, I don't know about worried, but I would quite like him. Keep 0.5 in the bank or swap my bench boost 4 million defender to 4.5. 4 million defender bench boost is fine, so maybe keep it. Nico, Mihajlovic or Vuskovic. Nico. By Sangari or Gross. Start Kinski or Verbruggen. Calvert-Lewin can't be that good, can he? He's better than Richarlison, Igor Jesus, and Mateta. Otherwise, he's not that good, no. Bruno looks overpriced. Maybe long-term, yeah. Thoughts on Odegaard, considering him and Zolis? I like him. I think he definitely starts. The minutes are probably good, but there are other players that can play in that position, so he's not, like, immune from being subbed early. Will Hume start? Yes, I'm pretty sure. And I also think he'd probably start right wing as well for game week 1. Verbruggen, Kinski, please critique. Do my cheap players need upgrading? Shaw, good. Good. Kinski, good. Diop, good. Zolis, good. Looks good. Robbie or João Pedro? João Pedro, is Vardy a good pick or risky? I think a little bit risky, but I do think he starts game week 1. If he plays well, maybe he keeps his place. On free hit 3, wildcard 4, Ballard and Gross or White and Gomez. Ballard and Gross. Szoboszlai and Hume or another 4.5 versus Wirtz and O'Shea. Szoboszlai and Hume, I think. Happy New Season Day. Gabriel Schade and Calvert-Lewin versus Ben White, Dango and Thiago. Ooh. Gabriel Schade, Calvert-Lewin. Van Dijk is essential. Not essential, but he is good. He is good. No Haaland, Isak placeholder for game week 3 on bench boost 1. Game week 3, Isak, Bruno to Haaland 5.5. Yeah, that is another option. Yeah. So you could save the wild card, but then how many other City players do you have that week? Maybe that works. Yeah, that is another option. I keep forgetting. You can't just transfer Haaland in, but then you've got to use 2 free transfers. And does the rest of your squad hold up then? That sounds pretty good though. Gomez, Nico Williams, Ballard versus Njai Hume. Bench boost 1. Probably the Gomez one. Gross or Gomez for Brighton. Gomez is good, but I'd rather have Gross. Raya, O'Reilly, Maguire, doodly, bench boost 1. Trying for no early wildcard. Okay, I've always got to skip. I wouldn't go 09. I'd go for an Ipswich defender instead. Tarkowski good, Kinski good. I mean, that looks pretty solid to me. Zolis might... I don't know. He's probably fine for a while. Zolis or Gakpo if wildcard 3. Zolis. Our early bench boosters and wildcard is sleeping on 5 million Santos. There's just better Man United signings options, basically. So I don't think they are sleeping on him, no. Vardio nailed. I wouldn't say nailed, but he probably starts game week 1. Shaw and Roofs or Leno and Van Het wildcard 3. Shaw and Roofs. Am I a complete idiot for captaining Bruno? Nope. Any news on 4.5 million starting midfielders for bench boost 1? Hemmings maybe from Villa, but it's not a guarantee. Why drop João Pedro for Bobby? It's just for free up money for other upgrades elsewhere. Get João Pedro in later. Verts, Verbruggen, I guess that is. Gabriel and Zolis or Raya White and Verts. Raya White and Verts, I think. Bench boost with Engelmar. I wouldn't risk Engelmar personally. Hemmings maybe. Raya and Van Dijk or Verbruggen and Gabriel. Raya and Van Dijk, I think. Szoboszlai and Ayer or Zolis and Van Heck. Szoboszlai and Ayer. Cunha, O'Shea versus the one without Cunha. I think I did that one. Okay. Okay, I think I've caught up, although I've lost where I started from. Oh my god, there's so many questions. I can't cope. Less than an hour to go. This is not good. This ain't good. This ain't good. James O'Reilly or Van Dijk Ballard? The one without James. Will Man United actually keep a clean sheet? Probably not. They might even lose the whole. You never know. Oh yeah, did that one. Okay, current team has both Maguire and Shaw. Is that safe? I mean, they're both good options, yeah, in their own right. Or should I look to a Sunderland defender to avoid clean sheet wipeouts? Well, do you think Man United are keeping a clean sheet? Because if so, Maguire's good and Shaw is good. What would you put your percentage of chances of Hume game week 1 only? I'm pretty high that he starts, like close to 100%, I think. Gabriel and Enzo Lefebvre or Ben White and Semenyo. Wildcard 3. I'm going to say the Semenyo one. Why is everyone picking Szoboszlai or Verts? Just good fixtures. Are O'Reilly and Foden genuine options for game week 1? Yes. Simply FPL 48 months. No Haaland / Bruno. Gabriel captain. Am I doing it right? I hope not, because I'm definitely going to have Haaland I'm definitely going to have Bruno and or Haaland. Surely you know by now if it's Haaland or no Haaland. I don't know. I think it's probably Haaland. It's probably Haaland. Let me leave it at that. Unless it's not, I guess. But it probably is. Right now I'm on Haaland. Let me just say that. In fact, I've not loaded it. I really should in fact, hang on a second. I really need to load in the no Haaland team just in case I switch. Yeah. I just don't know if I got the balls to go through with it, if I'm honest. Like, that's the problem for me. Like, you know, I think making decisions without worrying what could happen is probably the best idea. But I cannot help but picture triple Arsenal defense, clean sheet wipeout, Bruno blanking, season's over before it's even began, and I've got to listen to everyone telling me what an idiot I am. Whereas if I go for Haaland, it's probably the least. You probably get less. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, you probably get less abuse for it. Not abuse is a bit dramatic, but you know what I mean. Less people moaning at you if you go for the Haaland route and it doesn't work out than if you go for the no Haaland and it doesn't. These things do play on your mind sometimes. I do. So I think. I think the Haaland route is fine. By the way, I really do think it is. But I do like the idea that you just start without him wildcard free. You just don't have to worry about making any transfers for ages. It's not a matter of balls, Andy. You keep saying yourself to go with your gut. I know, but the problem is I don't know what that is now. I don't know what the gut feeling is. I guess it's Haaland. I guess it's Haaland. Oh. But the thing is, Do you know what, actually? I'm going to... Hang on. Let me go to polls. What the hell's this? Hang on. What's this? Goal. Set a goal for Super Chats. What a load of rubbish. Start a poll. Your captain for game week 1 is... ... It is Haaland, Bruno, or someone else. And before anyone says, I'm captaining this player, that's someone else. If it's not Haaland or Bruno, it's someone else. Let's see where people are at right now. So I'm interested to see what the percentage is. First game is always the best, most nervous. I just need game week 1 out of the way almost. I mean, I started terribly last year, like really bad. I'm going to panic close to the deadline as I'm still close to 50-50 Harden or not. The thing is, I'm sure loads of people are like that, but if I'm like that, it's like, it's not allowed. Like, oh, Harden notoriously has an incredible start to the season. I know. This is the thing, right? I'm not even sure about Haaland or no Haaland, and I'm not actually completely sure about freaking captaincy either. I think I'm going to go Fernandes, but... Haaland 45%, Bruno 49%. Oh my God, it's so close. The thing is as well, is not going for Haaland or not captaining him, it's like taking on a lot of risk straight away. It could be an absolute disaster. They'll probably end up within a point or two of each other. Yeah, I know. This is the thing, by the way. I do say this every season. What was I going to say? What do I say every season? Like, as a general rule, we will spend hours thinking about, do I go wildcard 3, 4? Do I save it till 6? Do I save it until later on? Generally, you're actively managing your team. You'll probably just be able to sort it either way. Like, if you go early, you'll be fine. If you go late, you'll probably be fine as well. Just do 2 teams. I would never do that. I've got one team. I've been playing this game 16 or 17 years. I've got one team, and that is all I will ever have. I did have another account once for my son. Like, it was under my email, but it was genuinely his team. I couldn't even be asked to manage 2 teams. Okay, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think, oh, do I even want to manage this one? Definitely don't want to manage 2. You are probably a better manager than I am, but have some fun, whatever that means. The thing is, right? Fun is having points and lots of them. You know, as said, I was listening to Az on a stream the other day, and he was like, someone said to him about having fun, and he was like, what I've done the last few years is not fun because you want points. We can talk about, I want to go for this pick. Like, if you don't have to worry about your rank and stuff, it's a bit different. But for me, it's handy to do well. It is handy to do pretty well, you know. I would love another 588 finish this season. So all I want is the best route to get to that rank. Also, something else that crossed my mind is it was difficult last season in the second half of the season to differentiate chips and stuff like that. And to gain rank. So I do wonder whether the first half of the season is the time to do that with different chips. So maybe no Haaland is the riskier option, and that's the way to go. This is your job. It's my job to make content, yeah. I don't know what your point was, though. Is this my final team? No, it's not my final team. Hang on, let me just make one more change here. No, I bet I was going to put James Garner in. No, I don't know. I don't know. James Garner might be a bit harsh. If people want a copy, they put James Garner in. The Haaland route lets you triple captain on game week 3, by the way. Yeah, I'm not so worried about that. So, like, that doesn't affect my decision either. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could triple captain Bruno Fernandes next week, you know? Yeah, I triple captain is not going to affect my decision when to wildcard. I will say, though, if I go for Haaland, which, again, I'm leaning towards, and I don't wildcard in 3, then I will probably triple captain. Njai is not a good option this year. I think he is if you're going to wildcard early. Otherwise, I'd probably go for someone else, I think. Maybe like Sharda or Enzo Lefebvre. Got 2 drafts max that he's choosing from. Yeah, one with Haaland, one without. Basically. The thing is as well, you can always triple captain Haaland in 5 or 7 as well. But I will go. I'm pretty sure I will triple captain 3 if I go for Haaland, which I probably should just do. Okay. Oh my god, where did I? Okay. Simply FPL. Remember that super chat. Is Verbruggen, Diop, Hume, Calvert-Lewin bench for bench boost 1 good? Yes. Verbruggen, I'm stuck. What do you think? Okay. With Kinski. What do you mean you're stuck? What are you stuck with? Like, the team looks fine. So I don't know what you're stuck with. Gomez, Brighton versus Sangari, Forest. I would go for Gomez. Szoboszlai and Zolis or Wirtz and Sharda. No early wild card. I'm going to say Szoboszlai and Zolis. What is your opinion on Sarr? With Mateta not starting, he might take penalties. He will probably take them, yeah? I don't mind him, but there is... A bid did come in for him, so there is a chance he gets sold. But I guess you could say the same for Njai. Would you bench boost this? I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, you've basically built a team with a really good bench for game week 1, so why wouldn't you bench boost it, I suppose? Although, like, if you've got that team, you bench boost it, right? Otherwise, you start reducing some money off some of those players. Wirtz and Lefebvre versus Szoboszlai and Zolis. I mean, I can even argue Szoboszlai and Lefebvre and save some money, but I'll go for the Szoboszlai one. Thoughts on Wirtz? Pretty good pick. I don't know if he's worth the 0.5 over Szoboszlai. Time will tell. Best 5 million defender for bench boost 2. I quite like Mihajlovic. Aronson as a differential, just not that. Do you know what? I actually don't know how much he is. Before I say that, I really just don't know how much he is. But I'm guessing he's 5.5, and fine, I suppose. Aronson, yeah, 5.5. He's fine, I suppose. Not much more than that. I mean, is he even guaranteed to start anymore? He did do pretty well last year. He's okay. The fixtures are okay. I've not really thought about him too much. I'd probably rather go Gross, but I'm boring. So why not have its first choice striker for the best team? Yeah, but he could get subbed early and he might not start. Probably starts tonight, though. Why didn't I pick Wirtz? I just like Szoboszlai. He's a good pick, though, Wirtz, if you want to go for him. Havertz, Gibbs, White versus Semenyo Calvert-Lewin. Havertz, Gibbs, White versus Semenyo Calvert-Lewin. Semenyo Calvert-Lewin. Do you not think Gabriel is even more enticing now that grappling at corners can't happen? Yeah, but that means he can't do it either. 10 plus goals. Not so sure about that. He's a good pick, though. O'Reilly or Van Dijk. No bench boost. Wildcard into 4. O'Reilly then, because you want him for Coventry, I think. Decent bench boost game week 1. Verbruggen, Ballard, Barry, Ayer. Yes, I quite like Barry. I still quite like McBurney, by the way. Best 4.5 million defender for bench boost. De Kuyper, Hume, other. I would go De Kuyper if you're wildcarding early. Otherwise, probably Hume or Ayer. Hope you're doing well. Which 4.6 million forward shall I get apart from Calvert-Lewin? Probably Brobby. Ballard and Gomez or Gross and Hume. Gross and Hume. Van Heck or Maguire? I've got Shaw already. Maguire. Hope you have a great season again. Thank you. I hope I do too. And you. On bench boost 1, no Erling. Shaw and Palestra versus Maguire and Nico. Maguire, I think. You know what I'm going to say, but the upside, that's up to you. I always play it safe this year, so I'm starting with no Haaland. I'm going heavy early with the bench boost in game week 2, wildcard in 3. Nice. Oh, this could go really wrong, you know. Maguire and Mihajlovic or Shaw and White? The Maguire one. Why have all streamers gone to Szoboszlai? I mean, he's been in since game week 1. He's just an all-rounder. Taught myself out of Bruno, moved the money into defence. Good luck. Thoughts on Bowen? To Szoboszlai jokes. Good luck with the season. You too. Hope you enjoy the championship. Njai, you'll be straight back up, I'm sure. Njai or Gomez? If Njai, who to sell? Do you know what? I quite like Gomez, honestly, if you're going for a Haaland team and spend that money elsewhere. Doodle-doo. Wildcard game week 2 thought. I wouldn't wildcard game week 2. That feels awful. Yeah. I mean, that team's good for game week 1 and game week 2, so I don't know why you'd wildcard. Do you think Milenkovic is overlooked? He's quite expensive, isn't he? So that's probably why. Enjoying Gross or Zolis and Gomez. Enjoying Gross. The Pedro hatred from last year continues. I don't hate João Pedro. Gross everywhere. Iwobi 1% owned. Iwobi more points 1-7. Maybe as long as the minutes are there. Szoboszlai, Sharda or Vert, Sangari. Szoboszlai, Sharda. How nailed is White for the first 3 weeks? I think he'll start them all. Semenyo, Brobby or João Pedro Verts. Ooh, for the first 3 game weeks, Semenyo, Brobby. No, João Pedro Verts. Sangari and O'Shea. Or Gomez with what 4.5 that's not Ayer. I'd go Gomez 4.5 that's not Ayer. Sure. Go back to Bruno. I'm getting I will have Bruno. Don't worry about that. Zolis, Semenyo or Szoboszlai in Burma. Are you concerned that Zolis is reminiscent of Game Week 1 Reinders last year? I don't think it's quite the same, to be honest with you. I would go Szoboszlai in Burma, though. 15.5, you get Thiago and João Pedro or Haaland captain. But you don't, though. You can't have 2 players. I mean, if I could literally have Thiago and João Pedro instead of Haaland and have 2 other forwards, then yeah. But yes, that team looks good. Thoughts on Xhaka as an enabler for bench boost 2 over Gross? Don't hate it. Better fixture. Leaf Davis over O'Shea, Diop with the bench boost. I would go for the Defcon guys. May have already explained the difference between bench boost game week 1 or 2. I'm going 1 because I don't want to have to use a transfer in game week 2 if I get an injury. Is 09 a good option? I wouldn't risk it. I'd go Ipswich defence. Ahmad, new member. Got Gabby, Raya, Calafiori, Burma or Kinski, Van Dijk, Semenyo. The first one. I think by quite a way as well. Also, thoughts on Richarlison versus Calvert-Lewin by a mile. Downgrade Mihajlovic to Rodon for Sharda to Dango. Probably wouldn't do that. I think Rio Engamoa starts for Liverpool. Yes. Bench and Giles, sure. Sure. Mihajlovic, Lefay, Gross or Rodon, Szoboszlai, Gomez. Probably the first one. Gibbs, White and McBurney. Gibbs, White and McBurney or Igor, Thiago and Gomez plus 0.5. Gibbs, White and McBurney. Probably long term, I think the first one's better. Short term, probably the Thiago one. Bench boost game week 1 and free hit game week 3. Now, if you're going to free hit 3, you want a lot of Chelsea, I think. You have got Palmer and João Pedro. So I like it. Oh, and Lacroix. Yeah, nice. Yeah, looks good. What is the team? What is this team? Completely different to your vids in the build-up. I'm just messing around, really. I just heard someone in my house. I'll show you the full team at 6:30. It's between a couple of the drafts that I showed on the video, so don't panic about that. Who's the best 5.5 or less midfielder for bench boost game week 2? I still quite like Gomez. It's gross, to be honest. White, Szoboszlai, Palmer, or Gabriel, Szoboszlai, and Jai. Gabriel. Is 09 a good bench option? I wouldn't go for him, no. Especially for 3 weeks. Szoboszlai and Gomez or Hinchelwood and Sharda. Szoboszlai. No Haaland, wildcard or free. No Haaland, wildcard or free hit 3. Gibbs, White, Foden and Maguire or Semenyo, Szoboszlai and De Kuiper. I'd probably go for the latter and wildcard 3, probably. Nico Williams or Ballard. Nico Williams is the better longer term pick. Ballard's better for the first 2. Lefay or Njai? Njai, but there's a slight risk there. Why Bruno? I'm going to have Bruno, don't worry. Verts or Szoboszlai, Szoboszlai. Haaland or Verts if I wildcard early. I mean, Haaland's better than Verts, but there's way more to it than that, right? You bench boosting this week or 2, game week 1. Is this your finalised team? Probably not. Again, my final team will be on screen at 6:30, probably just after the deadline's gone. I think I'm just going to save it. If you just want to like copy a team full on, I suspect everyone else is just showing their teams. So you are free to watch someone else. But for now, I'm happy to give you my opinions. All I can tell you is the final team will be Haaland or no Haaland, and it will not be far off the drafts that I showed on the videos recently. It's not like I've changed half the team from those drafts. So just don't panic. Don't panic. Okay. Can you sort Rodgers, Semenyo, Vert, Szoboszlai, and Zolis for bench boost? What do you mean? Oh, in order of who I would go for? Just for game week 1, Zolis, Semenyo, Szoboszlai. No. Zolis, Semenyo, Vert, Szoboszlai, Rodgers. Would you go Sharda, Sangari, or Gross? Sharda if you can afford it. De Kuiper or Shaw for the 4.5 slot? Sure. Start 2 of Njai, Tarkowski, Lefay, or Calvert-Lewin. Start 2. Njai and Lefay probably. You must be close to a bench boost though, surely. Anderson and Verts or Foden and Gakpo will wildcard early. Oh no, I've just realised I have to show my team before 6:30. Oh no, I won't. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anderson and Wirtz or Foden and Gakpo? Probably still Anderson and Wirtz, though, even if you are wildcarding early. Wildcard 3, no Haaland. Every change leans to the strat. I don't know what you mean. But yes, wildcard 3, no Haaland is a pretty good strategy. Got Njai, but still not 100%. Him or Calvert-Lewin in Game Week 1. Njai for Game Week 1. Start Gross or Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin. Hemmings or Slater for Game Week 1 bench boost. I'd be tempted to punt Hemmings, but he's going to be no good to you after Game Week 1, I don't think. Haaland or Isak. Haaland. Sarr or Wilson. Sarr, I think. I'm bench boosting Game Week 2. Visser or Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin. Rate my team. I'm bench boosting. Okay. I wouldn't go for Richarlison. Dallow's good, but I prefer Maguire. Oh, you've got Dallow and Maguire. Nice. I'd be tempted just to save 0.5 and get Luke Shaw. But then where do you upgrade? Because the rest of the team looks good. I like it. Dallow's a differential. Why not? Bench boost 1, Foden, Shaw, or Sarr, Maguire. I'd be tempted to risk Foden. If you're willing to take a bit of a punt, Mosquera and White take minutes from each other at right back. I don't think so. I think White and Timber are the right backs. Mosquera and Konza are going to be the right centre backs. Foden and Palmer or Semenyo and Mbeumo. Semenyo and Mbeumo. Calvert-Lewin, Njai, Sharda. Zolis, Foden, 4.5 million forward. The first one. Why no one talking about Aina? I just think there's a worry that Forest might sign another fullback. White or Ballard? White, if you can afford it. Anderson and Dewsbury Hall or Foden and Njai. Anderson and Dewsbury Hall. Pranav, 47 months. Szoboszlai, Zolis or Wirtz and Njai. Ooh, Szoboszlai, I think. What do you think of Rayan from Bournemouth? 6.5, pretty dodgy fixtures early on. Probably wouldn't go there. Oh, yeah, I forgot that we're going to have live rank updates in FPL and price changes. Oh, my God, the price changes are going to be a nightmare. Do you have a rough idea of what a wildcard 3 would look like? Haaland, O'Reilly, Semenyo, João Pedro, maybe a Chelsea defender. Probably no Bruno. No Bruno sounds horrible, though. Gotta be honest. I mean, I guess every week Bruno's fixtures get slightly worse, but it's not like they're terrible. Like, seriously, they're not awful fixtures. It's been a long time since I went a long period of time without Bruno on my FPL team. I know he's 12 million now, but it still isn't great. Do you have a rough... Oh, sorry. Maguire and Mbeumo or Shaw and Semenyo? Maguire and Mbeumo. To save 0.5 in a transfer, would you bench boost with a non-playing goalkeeper? No. I think that's crazy. Yeah. Just don't bench boost if you're going to go for a non-playing goalkeeper. Doesn't make any sense. Those black wave behind you gave my TV screen burn. Really? Is screen burn still a thing? A non-Haaland draft with Semenyo and O'Reilly lets you use 2 free transfers to get him and avoid wildcard 3. Yeah. I don't... In the Haaland draft, the no Haaland draft that I'm kind of looking at, I don't really have time now to think of that, to be honest with you. It doesn't have O'Reilly, though. It's got Semenyo. But it doesn't have O'Reilly. And I don't see a great way to get him, to be honest. I could go for... I'm a little bit tempted to go Thiago instead of Isak. In that draft, if I go for it. Is it okay to have Kinski against Sharda and Ayer on the bench? Yes, if you think they're the best picks, I wouldn't worry too much about them playing against each other. It's not, like, ideally you don't have that, but it's not a problem. Feel one Arsenal defender is treading water. Good argument to either double up or go against it. Yeah, I mean, personally, I would love to double up. I think whichever team I go for, Haaland or no Haaland, it's probably going to have at least 2 Arsenal players. Two Arsenal players in the Haaland team, 3 in the no Haaland team. The poll as it stands is Haaland 46%, Bruno 48%. Oh. Best 6.5 million midfielder. Why is no one considering Sarr? Just in case he gets sold. Plus, the early fixtures are not amazing. I'd probably buy Utara, Sharda, or Njai, or Enzo Lefebvre, one of them. Does O9 start this game week? Probably, but I don't know if it's worth the risk, because he did say Alderete and Mukiele are fine. If I had to bet, I would say that O9 does start, but I don't know if I would want to risk it. Rate my team. Doodaloo. Bench boost 2, maybe wildcard 4. Van Awick, Grimes, Sangari, Petrovic. Okay. You must have a... Oh, yeah. Fernandes, Keller. I mean, looks pretty good. Oh, yeah, Petrovic. Yeah, I like it. Do you get a plaque for 500k? No. Next plaque's at 1 million. So if you could just Yeah, if we could get 500,000 of you just to click the subscribe button, I could get that soon. Thoughts on double commentary events, Bench Boost 2? If I was on Bench Boost 2, I'd probably do it. Sharda or Dango and is in Burma a must? No, he's not. Probably Sharda to save the money. Art Logue, stop copying Andy. Don't know who that is. Mickey Moore, 5 million playing right wing versus Gomez. I go Gomez because I think he's better longer term. Game week 1 team on Bench Boost 1 and Wildcard 4. So you should have limited Chelsea and plenty of City. So you've got Haaland, no João Pedro, no other City though. That's the only slight concern. But I wouldn't go for Gakpo. Do you know what? I'd be tempted to go Foden over Gakpo and risk that. But otherwise, looks good. Worth it to do Njai to Gomez and then 09 to either Ballard, Hume, or Nico Williams. Probably, yeah. I think 09 will start game week 1, but I don't think it's guaranteed. And long term, who knows? Bench boost no Haaland when I need to wildcard a free hit to include Haaland for game week 3, and which game week to start adding Palmer or Chelsea defence. Game week 4, I think. Semenyo and Isak plus Shaw or Bruno, Calvert-Lewin and Diop. The Bruno one. Who is the best 4.5 million defender? De Kuiper's not bad, very, very short term. Otherwise, probably a bit longer term. Is Hume good or Rodon for bench boost 1? I'd probably go Hume out of the 2 if it's specifically for the bench boost. Rodon or De Kuiper on bench boost? Again, Rodon's the better longer term pick. De Kuiper's okay if you're wildcarding early. Like if I go no Haaland, I would have De Kuiper, I think. Pick 1, no Haaland draft or Guinness draft. I've not drank Guinness for ages. Good to have you back. Same to have all of you watching again. Top 500 for this year. I doubt it, but let's hope. Raya, White, Maguire. Okay, thoughts. Okay, Amenda. Interesting. I'd probably go Thomas or Van Awick, but Amenda's probably nailed, to be honest with you. Calliogley, McBurney. Love it. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking. Is that bench boost? Oh, I don't know if you're bench boosting, though. Haaland, João Pedro, Zolis, Gibbs White. Yeah, I like it. All solid picks. Is this your team? No, Bruno or João Pedro. It's not going to be my final team, no. Ayer or Shaw or Zolis to enjoy and get Ballard. Sure. I know Haaland starts fast every season, but that's in a City team with Rodri, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne. He started pretty fast at the World Cup, though, didn't he? Will you show us your team a few minutes before the deadline? Will you show it after? Probably like a few seconds before or after. Don't know. I've just had so many people ask me where I'm posting my final team. So you can see it at the deadline. Is Haaland injured? I don't think so. If he is, Maresca kept very quiet. Hate to be that guy, but you probably won't finish 600 in the world again because of law of averages. I definitely won't. In fact, I'll probably have an awful season, to be honest with you. I suspect I will have an awful season. Like, if you're hoping to copy my every move, be prepared for one of my worst finishes ever, I would say. It would not surprise me at all. Sorry, I'm humming along to 5, I think. Strawberry jam or marmalade? Strawberry jam by a mile. Okay. I will say that I've only ever done a couple of times where I hide the team at a deadline. Every time I do it, I just end up starting really badly. That's what worries me. But it is what it is. I'm captaining Bruno. Do I go for Haaland? I do quite like the Haaland team. Do you know what the thing I quite like about the Haaland team is it's just so classic FPL. Like, it's got a really cheap midfielder on the bench in Gomez. It's got a 4 million defender, so the bench is as cheaped out as possible. I've still got 2 Arsenal defenders. It is just pretty nice. And it's still got João Pedro. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, where did I get up to? Ayer or Shaw? Ayer's Shaw. Thiago and Foden or Isak and Njai for game week 1 and 2 only? Isak and Njai. Lefay, Tavernier and Njai for bench boost 2 can rotate with Sharda. Lefay. Is having Gross, Sharda and Njai a problem? Don't think so. Gomez, Zolis or Gross Njai? Gross Njai. Any advice on my chat below? The problem is, right, when you put that in, the chat just goes super fast, so I'll never find your thing now. So I don't know what you asked. I don't know why didn't you ask it in the members, in the monthly thing? I just don't think I can go back and... I can't scroll up that far, so I can't see what you wrote, unfortunately. There's just no way for me to find it, unless I go back and watch the stream, but I can't do that. So sorry. Zolis and Njai versus Szoboszlai and Gomez / Sangari got Gross. Zolis and Njai. Zolis or Szoboszlai, 2 with double Arsenal defence. Szoboszlai, I think. João Pedro de Brobby and Gross to Szoboszlai. I think going João Pedro is probably better because you know you want him longer term. Raya, Calafiori, Semenyo, Kinski, Gabriel, Foden. No, I prefer what you've got. If you had to bench one of Gross or Njai, would you just downgrade one of them and do Kinski to Raya? If I'm not bench boosting, probably yes. Stranger Man, 60 months. Thank you. Sorry for coughing on stream, by the way. Debating Calvert-Lewin or Brobby. Why did you pick Brobby? No, I prefer Calvert-Lewin if it's just one. What's your thoughts on Andy Robertson? Could be okay. I prefer Luke Shaw, probably, or Ayer, but Robertson gets forward. Ayer and McBurney or O'Shea and Calvert-Lewin bench boost game week 1. O'Shea and Calvert-Lewin. No robot bench boost 1. Verbruggen, Kinski, Calafiori, Maguire, White, O'Reilly, Didley. Any tips for improvements? Thiago, João Pedro, Robbie, Zolis. I do. A lot of people are on the Zolis double defense with no Haaland. I do quite like it. Who have you got in midfield that I wouldn't have, or in defense? O'Reilly. Okay, hang on. Oh, no Raya. Okay, I like it. Is Van Heck a good option? Yes. And Lommans and Verbruggen as goalkeeper. Sounds good. In Burmo, Van Heck's probably going to be quite good for DEFCON. Some goal threat as well. In Burmo, Verbruggen, Zolis versus Sharda, Raya, Szoboszlai. The In Burma one, I think. How many points would you settle for this game week? About 20 more than everyone else. Zolis and Shaw or Enzo and Maguire. Like, in terms of how many points, it doesn't really matter, does it? It depends what everyone else gets, you know? 70, but if everyone else gets 90, that's a nightmare. Zolis and Shaw or Enzo and Maguire. Zolis and Shaw. Ray and Burma and Semenyo or Bruno and Jai and Kinski. Bruno. No Haaland, have Isak, Verts and Frimpong instead. Nice, good luck. At 5.5 million in Ciso or Sangari, Brentford. I probably wouldn't go. I'd go Sangari, I think. Odegaard or Zolis. I'm going to say Zolis, but yes, Odegaard is the differential. You're right. Semenyo, Rogers or Palmer, Foden. Palmer, Foden. Raya, Palestra, Verts or Verbruggen, I guess that is. Gabriel and Zolis. Gabriel. Kinski. Yeah, Gabriel one. Kinski and Maguire or Lommans and Shaw. Lommans and Shaw. Gross or Sangari over a 3-week span. Gross. Not enough space, sorry. Bench boost. Okay, wildcard like you very early. Worried about 4 million Ipswich. I think that's fine though if it enables everything else. So O'Shea, Greaves. I would go for O'Shea and Diop probably, by the way. Greaves is probably fine, but I mean that team looks pretty good if you're on an early wildcard. I don't see any issues, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think 4 million Ipswich is fine, especially if you're wildcarding early. You know, you're not going to use them in game week 2. You're going to play Shaw, Ballard, and Gabriel. I wouldn't go for Njai's being linked with us, and I have gone Dango Utara over big differential, even Dewsbury Hall. I get it, but he's going to play this weekend, right? Is there any doubts that he plays this weekend? Bench boosting Kinski, Diop, Sharda, IF. Thoughts? It's good. Bench boost game week 2, wildcard game week 6. Choose one of Clivert, Njai, or Lefay. I'd be tempted by Clivert, you know, if you can bench him this week. Aina or Nico Williams, Beto or Barry? Barry, Nico Williams. Do I rate Barry? A bit. I just hate that he always gets subbed early. Zolis or Semenyo for long-term, short-term? Semenyo long-term. Short-term, how short are we talking? This week, Zolis. 2 weeks, Semenyo. 3 weeks, Semenyo. Long-term, Semenyo. Maguire, Mbermo, Sangari or Nico, Szoboszlai, Gomez. The Maguire in Burma. Have bench boost with Doodaloo. What do you think? Njai, Hume, Van Dijk for Bruggen, Elf, Gross. Again, pretty good for a no Haaland team. Vuskovic or Van Heck? Van Heck, sorry. Hinchelwood, O'Shea, or Gross, Ayer for bench boost 1. Gross. Thoughts on Isak and Lefay over Robbed and Sob? Who's Robbed and Sob? Szoboszlai? Who's Rob? Robertson? But then that's a huge difference. I'm not sure what that is. Sorry. Can you rate? I've got 0.5 in the bank. Again, a no Haaland team. Palestra, I like the punt. Everything else looks good. Bruno and Burmo, Szoboszlai and Jai Gross. Can't go wrong with that. Bench boost. I wouldn't go for Jorginho Ruta. I'd rather go for Barry or McBurney. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Gomez, Brighton or Sangari? Gomez. Palmer or Szoboszlai? Don't put all caps. Come on. Why is no one talking about Munoz? Which one? The one for Liverpool might not play. The one for Palace might get sold. I think that's pretty much why. Are you bench boosting? Yes, I'm bench boosting. It's all written down, I think, in the scrolly bit at the bottom. I'm bench boosting. I'm probably going to captain Bruno. Bench boost 1, Jacquet and Ayer or White and O'Shea. Already have Diop. White. I bet you'll go no Haaland. I'm looking at the two teams. No Haaland just scares me a little bit. Yeah, just to scare me a little bit. And maybe Nico Williams and Zolis is better than Njai and White. Can't wait for Gabriel to score and panic in his shoes. I mean, that could definitely happen. Could definitely happen. Please, okay. Please stop spamming. All right, okay. This guy just needs to go, unfortunately. I know you remember, but you keep spamming about my team, so I'm just going to time you out until after the stream finishes, I'm afraid. It's just quite boring to read for everyone. For people that are looking at the chat, anyway. Like me. Yes, Gabriel scoring will cause a bit of panic, I think. It's like every time, it's like, we won't go Gabriel. He scores. You're like, do you know what? Gabriel's pretty good. Njai Gross or Gomez Zolis? Njai Gross. Am I mad to go triple Coventry defence for bench boost 2? I wouldn't say mad. I think it's okay. Van Awick, best form in defender for bench boost 2. That's where I would go, yes. In Burmo, Gross for Bruggen or Lomans, Szoboszlai, Sharda. In Burmo. Start Lefay or Sharda? Or Lefay, Ipswich and penalties. Bench boost 1, is it good to go? Haaland, João Pedro and Isak. Okay, here we go. No Bruno. Okay. Yeah, I think it looks good. No Haaland, free hit 3 wildcard, no later than 9. Gabriel, Nico, Rio. I wouldn't risk Rio. Van Dijk, Calafiori, Szoboszlai. White or Calafiori? White's more likely to make it past 60 minutes, but Calafiori is definitely first choice, and White might not be when Timber's back. Well, he definitely wouldn't be. You could argue for the next 3 weeks, White's better because he'll definitely get past 60, but Calafiori's so attacking. No Haaland free. Oh, I did that one. Calvert-Lewin or Thiago. Thiago if you can afford it. Wirtz or Szoboszlai. Wirtz if you can afford it, but I don't think Wirtz is worth the upgrade necessarily, and Calvert-Lewin's good value. Is this your current bench boost? No, my team would be slightly different. Thoughts on Isak as a cheap midfielder? Thoughts on Isak? Good if you can afford it. Cheap midfielder, Tonali. I prefer Gross. Ayer or Hume for the first 3. Ayer. I like the Sunderland at home game for Ayer in game week 3. 93% rating, solid overall. I mean, it looks pretty solid. Coyote, nice. O'Shea, decent. Maguire. O'Reilly, yeah. O'Reilly's the one, isn't he? I beat you last year, 214th in the world. All right, what a show off. 214th in the world. Do-do-do-do. What do you think about a Maddison punt? He's not even going to start. Why is no one talking about Chelsea defence? I think most of us are going back to it in game week 4, probably. Rio does start, but he probably gets subbed early, I think. And then long term, he probably doesn't keep starting. Will World number 1, exactly. World number 1 right now. Isaac Semenyo or Palmer Thiago on free hit 3. Isaac Semenyo or Palmer Thiago on free hit 3. Palmer Thiago. I think you want more Chelsea if you're going to free hit 3. Lefebvre versus Sharda if not on wildcard 3. Oh, I think Lefebvre because of the penalties. But I think if you go like game weeks 4 or 5, you probably prefer Sharda. Come on, let's go no Haaland. The thing is, I'm looking at the no Haaland team and I'm just thinking, I just don't know. I do like the triple Arsenal defense, but maybe Zolis is just more interesting than Njai for 1 week. Rate my bench boost 1 team. Cavalier, Isaac, and Burmo, Zolis. Again, looks pretty good. Like most people, you're fine. You got all the solid picks that most people are talking about. On bench boost 1, got Bruno and Burmo and Zolis, 4th and 5th mids. Njai and Sharda, Lefebvre and Sharda, Szoboszlai and Gomez. I mean, I would probably go more towards Szoboszlai and Gomez, but honestly, if you're going to... The thing is, it depends how often you're playing them. If you're playing them all the time, then Njai and Sharda is pretty good, to be honest. Not worried about the Njai rumours. I am a little bit. If I wasn't planning an early wildcard, I probably would be more worried. Bench boost 1, wildcard 3, Kinski, Palestra, or Roofs, Nico Williams. Roofs and Williams, I think. Why are people avoiding Thiago? What's the catch? Most people just can't afford him, basically. Thank you, Loz. Ampadu or another 5.5. I'd go Gross. Which centre-back starts alongside Van Dijk for Liverpool? Probably Xhaka, but it's a little bit risky, I would say, because we haven't seen a huge amount. He's only played 45 minutes in pre-season, same as Araujo for Liverpool. But I'm assuming it'll be Xhaka. Lefebvre, Gabriel versus Semenyo, White. I actually like Semenyo and White, to be honest with you. Bench boost 1, no wildcard before 5 or 6. See, Njai's a bit dodgy. Zolis maybe long term. I don't know about his minutes. Choose one combination. Ray De Kuiper. No. Thiago Davis Kinski, I think, if you're going long. Game week 1, bench boost. Hemmings is a little bit risky, I would say. I would try and find the 5 for Gomez. Maeda. You can't go Mateta. Mateta's a bad pick. He's probably not going to start game week 1. I think you have to drop one of Haaland, Bruno, or Calafiori. Like Maeda, Mateta, no. Hemmings, I think you just drop one of those premiums. Liverpool gone from trying to get Barcola to getting Minte. They're probably going to try and get both, right? I mean, Minte's the Salah replacement, presumably, for the right. And then Barcola's for the left. Rodon and Gross or Mihailovic and Rodon and Gross. Bench boost. Ballard, Gomez, O'Shea. Yeah, again, looks pretty good. Who is better value than Anderson at 6.5? I mean, maybe Anderson is the best. But Njai could be good. Sharda. All options. No bench boost 1. Okay, Brobby, Calvert-Lewin. If you're not going to bench boost 1, I would try and find the money to go from Brobby to João Pedro, to be honest, I think. I'd probably drop Gabriel, but there's nothing wrong with going Gabriel and Brobby if that's the way you prefer. Are you leaning towards no Haaland? I've got 16 minutes. I've really got 10 minutes to decide because I'm not leaving it super late this time. I don't think. I just don't know if I've got the balls to go through with no Haaland. I just don't think I have. It just annoys me a little bit that I'm thinking about captaining Bruno instead of Haaland. That's the thing. If I'm going to captain, the thing is, I read people's teams, and like the thing about the no Haaland, it's like it's a differential play game week 1. There's something about that. It's not really my play style, but I don't hate it. Just wildcard 3. All I can picture if you go no Haaland is just the disaster that could happen. Arsenal clean sheet wipeout. Bruno Fernandes blanks. Haaland gets a hat trick. Oh, and by the way, you're down on points and you've got a wild card, like right now. I know. The thing is, I reckon Haaland's going to get like probably close to 80 minutes against Bournemouth. That's probably enough to do well. I really don't know. If I was, all I can do is really talk it through again. I wonder if there's a way to shut off super chats during a stream. Can I just turn them off? I don't know if I can. Oh, can I literally just... Okay, I don't know if I can just turn them off per stream. Because I get to this point and I'm starting to lock my own team in, and then I just lose track of all the questions. But also thinking like that, going with Haaland can also be a disaster. Your bench boost might not get anything. But I think the bench boost looks okay, right? Kinski, Gomez, Ayer, O'Shea. I mean, they could all do well. And the bench boost is not worth a huge amount of points anyway. Yeah, the bench is just not worth massive amount of points. It's like Semenyo and Njai over Gross and Gomez. Slightly better defense. Slightly. It's not even like massively better. Oh. Yeah, I just know I'm going to end up wildcarding early. I can just see it already. I don't know why I've started to sit like that with the microphone in my hands like this. I'm going to show the team. I'm going to show the team at the end. Relax. Set deadline. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out. There's no way I'm going without Bruno. Bruno will definitely be in 100%. If there's two things I'm sure of, I'm bench boosting and Bruno will be in the team. I just don't know if I've got it in me. Because the thing is, I've built like an okay team now with João Pedro and Haaland. But then why does João Pedro even matter? Because he's got Chelsea, he's got Arsenal in game week 3. I don't know. Right, I'm going to try and get through a bunch of these questions very quickly. João Pedro or Thiago for the first 3 weeks. Thiago. Roos, Maguire or Ballard, Lomans, Maguire. Thiago or Isak. Probably Isak, but that million might be useful. Isak and Ballard or Calvert-Lewin and Gabriel. Calvert-Lewin and Gabriel. Already have João Pedro and Thiago. Nice. Rodgers, Dango, Verts or Szoboszlai. Oh, Rodgers, Dango, Verts or Szoboszlai. Bench one, Mihajlovic. I'm never going to get that, am I? Ayer, Gross. Probably the Leeds guy. Thoughts on game time for Visser and O'Reilly? I think pretty good for both. I guess there's slight risk with both as well, though. Isak or Semenyo wildcard in game week 3. Isak, is Rio worth a gamble? Probably not unless you want a massive punt. Surprise Hume missing from a lot of people, 4.5. Is he a bad choice? No, he's probably quite good for game week 1. Gross or Sangari? Gross. Gross with a good defence, i.e. 2 5s and a 4, or Solis with a bad defence. I'd probably go for the better defence. Who's the best 5 million goalkeeper? Lomans. Best 4.5 defender, already owned Gabriel, De Kuiper, Maguire. Sure. Is Gabriel captain viable? Yes, but I'd rather go Haaland or Bruno. Do you think Diallo will start the first 2? Probably, but I don't know how much money I put on it. Hume or another 4.5 defender, who's best? Luke Shaw. Will Foden play? He'll start, I think, yes, this week. Haaland has scored every opening week at City. Yeah, he's pretty good. Excuse me. I think it's worth saying, if I go no Haaland, I am aware he'll score goals. Finished top 0.2% last year, expecting a drop as well. You've been inconsistent on Njai over Lefebvre. Transfer speculations. Yeah, I know. The safer pick is Enzo Lefebvre. I don't know if I'm going to end up on Njai, to be honest. Oh, God, my voice is gone. My voice is gone. Oh, Diogo Gomez. Oh, yeah. Like something like Sharda might be safer. Or if you can get to, excuse me, if you can get to Zolis, that's also quite good. My voice is, hang on. Christ. No Haaland gets Isak, Bruno, Semenyo, Palmer, and Burma. Yeah, it could be really nice. Could be real nice. If I'm going no Haaland, Isak, Isak or Thiago, probably Isak. Zolis and Maguire or Shaw and Sharda. Zolis and Maguire. If you go no Haaland, how would you get him later? Wild card. Super chat, thank you. Havertz captain for me, good luck. Do you make any bad decisions last year that cost you? Probably, but I can't really remember them right now. If bench boost week 1, no biggie. Rodon over Hume. I don't know what no biggie means. Probably Rodon safer though. Cheers to another year. Thank you, you too. Sharda or Njai. Sharda's probably safer. No Bruno, bench boost game week 1. Going with Isak, João Pedro, Semenyo, Burmo, Zolis. Which 4.5 defender would you pick? Probably yeah. Hi Ross. Going with hi. Going with a non-Bruno bench week 1 team. Oh, my voice is done. The only way to stop my voice is to stop talking. And I think that would be pretty rubbish. Lomans, Gabriel, Gross, O'Reilly, and Rodon, or Raya, Maguire, Semenyo, Ballon, and Mihajlovic. The one with Gabriel. Say hi to Ross for me. Arsenal leak. Oh my god, I didn't even think about leaks, to be honest with you. But no, I've not seen anything. I think their team's pretty. Oh, FPL Twitter 6:28. I know it's late, but it's the best I can do. Okay, we're gonna get Arsenal news at 6:28 apparently. Oh god, don't need that. Oh my god, 8 minutes. Okay, I need to decide in a second. O'Reilly and Calvert-Lewin or João Pedro and Mihajlovic. João Pedro. Sa or Njai. Probably Njai out of those two. The site is crashing. Is it actually crashing? That would be a nightmare. Oh my god! I just realised in my Haaland team I just had Mbeumo vice captain. This is dodgy. I might end up on a team I'm not expecting. All I can say is right now I'm on Haaland. I don't know if I can risk the no Haaland. It's one player. One player. That's like, how can Haaland have this much of an effect? I don't know. I think the Haaland team just feels right, but you just know, like, if the wild card just is bad and free, if you had an extra 0.5, who would you upgrade? I don't know, for which position? I don't know. I'm really not sure. Probably a defender. Best of luck. Thank you, you two. Shout out GK and Shares. There you go. O'Reilly or Van Dijk? I think O'Reilly. Ballard or Tarkovsky? I mean, Tark, I guess, but Ballard saves you some money. Depends on your wildcarding. Thiago and Gross or João Pedro and Njai for the game week 1? João Pedro and Njai. Lefay, Sharda, Hume, or Ballard, Sharda, Gross? The Sharda, Gross one, I think. Alderete or 09 to start for Sunderland. Probably 09, but I don't know if I would take the risk. Right, no more super picks now. No super picks. No more super chats. I won't get to them. Does Cole will start game week 1? Probably. Why is Bruno not in your team? He will be. Zolis and Shaw or Maguire and Njai. Oh, Zolis and Shaw probably. Will you bench boost either team? Yes, I'm 100% bench boosting. 100% will have Bruno. You answered your own question. You had a bad start last year. Go without Haaland and get better players. But the players in the Haaland team will probably do quite well. Don't get stuck answering questions. Make transfers if you aren't on Haaland. He's just one guy. I've got to decide now. I'm not messing around with this with like 2 minutes to go because I got screwed over in Game Week 38 for being an idiot. No more super chats now. No more super chats. I won't probably get to them. The Haaland team is just classic FPL. It's just a classic FPL setup. 3-4-3. I just captain Haaland and I just vice captain Bruno. Avoid Petrovic. Okay, apparently Bournemouth are trying to... Someone said that earlier. Apparently Bournemouth are trying to buy a new goalkeeper, so maybe Petrovic is a bit dodgy. Oh, I thought I just shut down the FPL page. You're a classic FPL guy. I know. Yeah. The Haaland one probably causes less stress, I would say. Because although I'd have better players in the non-Haaland... Like, one thing to remember is everybody else is in the same boat, right? It's not like everybody else has Haaland, Bruno, and an amazing team that you can't get to. They've got the same budget. It's game week 1. So even though I can have better players, if I go for Haaland and those other players do really well, then their ownership's not super high. So it's not like I'm going to get massively punished or anything. But the no Haaland team is just pretty ballsy. It's like Isak versus Haaland, and then Gomez versus... And then it's like... the Kuiper is a punt playing left wing for 1 week only. I don't know. I should probably just go for the Haaland team, honestly. It's a bit boring, but it probably works. I don't know if I've got the balls to go for no Haaland. I'm going to decide... I'm probably just going to go for Haaland. Haaland won't blank. Haaland won't blank. So I wouldn't be stressing about that. Yeah, Haaland will score. It's just whether he scores 2 or 3. And if Haaland does do well, could Isak do just as well against Newcastle? Maybe. Oh, I can feel like the... I'm on Haaland right now. I'm on Haaland. I'm just looking at the no Haaland team. I've got it locked. Sorry, I've not got it locked. I've got it ready to go. Haaland with no Pep. Yeah, but he's still Haaland, you know? He's still Haaland. And I've got double Arsenal defence anyway. I think Ben White will start, yeah. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Oh. I'm probably just going for no Haaland, I think. So Haaland did great in Salzburg. And yeah, no, Haaland will score. Like Haaland will score goals. Anyone that's going no Haaland thinking he's going to blank is in for a shock. He will score this weekend. You're just hoping he doesn't score loads of goals. You know. I could just get the City players in with free transfers, but I do like not spending transfers. I've got to decide right this second because I can't. Gross is fine. Gross is fine. Gomez is fine. The Semenyo is more interesting. I'm just going to put Zolis in for a second just to see. And then I have to drop Ben White. I can't. I don't think I can. Oh, now I'm messing about. Declan, Kai, Havertz, Star. Anyone else? I'm on Haaland. I'm on Haaland. I don't. I'm on no Haaland. I'm on no Haaland right now. I'm going to do it. Right, I'm locked in. No Haaland, Bruno captain, bench boost active. I'll show you the team in a second. No Haaland. Screw it. Oh, wildcard 3 locked in. Wildcard 3. Oh, oh, no. Oh, my God. I just panicked there. Oh, my God. I thought I had the wrong goalkeeper. I thought I'd missed David Raya. I'm not even sure all my players start, by the way. The Kuiper, he better bloody start. Oh, Saka's starting. Oh, I should be going Saka. Oh, I should be taking a punt on Saka. Okay, hopefully that team saved. Oh, shit, wrong team. Okay. Okay. We're on no Haaland. We're on no Haaland. We're locked. I think hopefully that saved. Zolis came in. That's what I was changing. Zolis came in instead of the triple defense. Ah. No Haaland. It's him. Oh, maybe I should have gone Haaland though. Oh, this is going to backfire so badly. Haaland's going to smash it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I had the. You can see here. Look, I had the Haaland team ready to go. This was the other team that I was considering. This was the other team that I was considering. It was just the standard Gross and Gomez with Ben White and Calafiori. I mean, that's a pretty good team as well. But anyway, last minute I put Nico. Who am I playing in game week 3? Oh, I think I've. Oh, do you know? I think the annoying thing about going for Nico Williams instead of Ben White is I've got to play Calafiori next week. That's probably not a problem. Calafiori, Ballard, Maguire. I might have not thought about that enough. I also have to bench one of Zolis or Semenyo. Not ideal. Is it even that good? Like, seriously, is it that good? I don't know if it is. I actually think I prefer the triple defense team, to be honest. Although, no, that's fine. Maguire, Ballard, Calafiori get played game week 3. I don't know about. I feel like a bit sick. No Haaland. Haaland's coming in game week 3 anyway. We'll see. Right, I'm off. Thanks very much for joining me. Good luck this season. Make sure you give it a like and hit that subscribe button. Is this the Praz team? Well, if anything, Praz copied me because I had so many before he did in the no Haaland team. Oh, Isak, please be good. Please let Isak be good. Let's see. Let's see. Calafiori better not be freaking benched. That would be a disaster. By the way, not going Haaland and not going Gabriel doesn't seem ideal. No, Praz has got a slightly different team, to be honest. Anyway, I can tell you right now, I'm rolling game week 2, and I'm going to wildcard in game week 3. Unless I free hit, but I highly doubt it because I've only got one Chelsea. Martinelli's at the where are people? Where are people seeing the lineup? I like all the people complaining. It's so funny. Thank you for unsubscribing. Good luck this season. It's out on Twitter now. The whole team. Surely Calafiori starts. I hope you all. I hope you all remember to activate bench boost, by the way, because I thought I had bench boost active the other day and I didn't. I don't think Calafiori is benched, to be honest. No Haaland. Good luck. If people unsubscribe, it just means you can get to 500k twice. We'll see. I mean, I did say team wasn't final till half 6. I also said many times the team on screen was not my team. I don't know what you want me to say, to be honest. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's just picked a pretty sweet team anyway. All the teams that people showed in the stream were all pretty good. I'm chilling now. I'm chilling now, but I won't be chilling tomorrow when Fernandes plays and blanks, and then we've got Haaland to go. Here we go again. Another season. Locked in. I panicked with 2 minutes to go, not even sure what I ended up with. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the team that I ended up with. Because with about 3 or 4 minutes to go in the no Haaland team, I had Njai and Ben White instead of Nico Williams and Zolis. Right, I'm off. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back for game week 2. Fingers crossed we get loads of points. And I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining me during pre-season. And fingers crossed that Calafiori starts. Good luck to... I mean, Haaland will score. I've already said that. He will score tomorrow, on Sunday. There's no doubt about that. It's just whether he scores 1, 2, or 3. And if he scores 3, I've messed up. And so be it. I'll get him in game week 3 for £16 million. I never even thought of that. Haaland might go up in price by the time I want to get him. That would be annoying. Revealing his lineup so late, no time to copy while I was watching for an hour. Well, yeah, you don't need to copy. You can just make your team, you know? Calafiori starts with Ben White. Do you know what? I'm not sure about that last minute switch. I kind of wish I'd gone Ben White and Njai, but it's done now, I guess. Has the lineup dropped? How's the lineup dropped? It doesn't drop till quarter 2, the official one. Should have gone Haaland. I like what Focal's done. No João Pedro with Haaland. Maybe that was the way, you know. Maybe no João Pedro with Haaland and wildcard 4. That's the thing. I liked Haaland, Fernandes, and João Pedro. I liked no Haaland. I also really like what Focal's done. That's what I was looking at for ages with McBurney. No, I'm not staying for the lineup. I'm pretty sure we know. Well, Saka's starting, right? Havertz up for. It's just going to be Saka in from Madueke, and it's probably going to be the same team that lined up in the Community Shield. Rice is starting instead of Bruno G. Should have gone triple defense. Anyway, good luck, and I will catch you Sunday. See you then.